Good shit, boys.
I'm so ready.
Are you?
I mean, as ready as I'll ever be, I guess. I got a lot to talk about.
I got a lot in my brain.
My pussy's been hurting all week.
It's boiling over. Mine
Just ready
too.
Wow.
to diddle it out, you know what I mean?
I feel you flicking the bean.
I feel that.
Flicking the bean. Bean flicks the bean.
He probably did while I was at your house.
That's why he always wants to stay home on Sundays. Those are his jerking days.
Every day's a jerking day.
Pax, get your numbers up, Brand.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Weak sauce.
What's your BPM?
What are you talking about?
And we are live.
Brand, that was smooth as fuck.
I could do the one side almost over, but I can't.
You look
You look like you're shaking right there.
I'm feeling it.
It's supposed to be like
I'm feeling the.
a wave.
That was good. That was good. Well, I was kind of joking with like the shaking because I'm not gonna like seriously try to do. I can't do it anyways. But
I'm serious about it.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GGP episode 9. Thanks for
Okay.
everyone that's watching, subscribing, and
Listening.
listening. And if you haven't yet,
Fuck you.
you're fucking gay.
I'm just gonna be straight to the point.
That's
we,
it?
We work hard on this shit. If you're not watching, listening is one thing. Now, you guys need to start watching on YouTube.
That's right.
Get
Tell 'em.
with it or
Preach it,
get
Connor.
left.
I'm your host, Z Stain. I'm just letting that thing in your mouth. I'm here with my good friend JJ Banks, the Rad, and Bend Over.
Fuck you, first of all. So
Oh my
a while
God.
back, I gave Zach the nickname Jar Jar Banks, the weird character out of Star Wars, and now for some reason he thinks that he gave it to me. I don't.
So now we're gonna have to tell the real story.
It was actually kind of funny.
So we're sitting at the trap. It is me, producer Turner, and Bransky. And Turner's taking a nap on the red couch, I believe. I'm sitting
Ooh.
on the
He chose to sleep there.
yeah, not on the piss one, like
Yeah.
the one where the air conditioning was, if you understand.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we were just shooting the shit, talking.
Yeah, we were just talking shit to each other.
Yeah,
is
we were
what
just
it was,
talking
back
shit,
and forth.
probably playing FIFA or something. And I was like, you know what, Brant? I'm going to start calling you Jar Jar Banks. I'm going to start calling you JJ Banks. And Turner wakes up out of his sleep just laughing so fucking hard.
He's laughing now.
And Brant didn't know who Jar Jar Banks was, so he wasn't like opposed to it
I
at the
didn't
time.
even know. And then once I saw it, they
And then
explained to me. The first thing I look up, it says most hated character of all time. I was like, that's what you think of me, dog? Go fuck yourself.
Misa Jar Jar.
And he texted me one day, and he's like, dude, fuck you. I am not Jar Jar Banks.
Yeah, it was like the next day that I found out who he actually was. Then my feelings were actually hurt.
I will say that nickname didn't really stick. I'm the only one that calls you that sometimes.
That is true because everyone thinks behind your back we call you Jar Jar.
That could be true.
I just do it just to make you feel better.
Hey, Jar Jar, he's a great character.
I like Brachiosaurus Rex. That was probably my favorite nickname.
Brachiosaurus Rex, that's a solid one.
Until Beer Bongs and Brantley. That was my favorite.
That was a good one.
That
That
takes
was
the
a good
cake.
one. Well, we have a great episode. We have a lot to talk about. So we're just going to get right into it. I want to talk about our weekend, of course. Didn't really do much except for Friday. Of course. Where'd we go, boys?
Fireball Friday, baby.
Fireball Friday. We went to Benchwarmers. Us three and Turner. Brant with his having a stroke over there.
It's a seizure.
A seizure.
I actually had seizures one time.
Brant, didn't you have something that
Yeah,
happened to you?
The left side of my body would shut down, and
Well,
everybody called
what-
me Lefty.
Lefty. Your whole left side was drooping.
Yeah, dude, it was like I'd have like a series of mini strokes.
Well,
So
that's
your eye,
honestly
like,
that's
sag
not
and-
much
Yeah.
to joke
Yeah,
about,
my
but
lip would go down and my
That sucks.
eye would go down, and then everybody thought it was hilarious. Apparently,
It's kind of scary.
happened one
It
time in
is
class.
scary.
Super
I was
scary.
so embarrassed. It happened to me. I was asleep in class, and like I woke up and my left side of the body shut down, and I just didn't want to tell anybody. So I sat there for like 5 minutes, just wait, like please come back, please come back. Then they had to wheelchair me down to the
like
fucking
your
office.
whole left side, like you
Whole
can't
left-
you
bro,
can't
I'm
even
saying,
use your
like,
arms,
I
legs.
cannot even feel that there's a leg on my body. Like you
Jesus
could stab
Christ.
me, I'm not gonna feel it. Well, no,
Wow.
it's not
So
bad.
Like
did it
Ricky
just-
Bobby.
Did it just
Like
go
Ricky
away
Bobby.
or what?
Yeah, it just went away. It was like a scar in my brain from meningitis or something like that from when I was a kid.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ,
My
dude.
brain developed though, and I beat that shit.
Props.
Nice.
Thanks.
Congrats. So we went to Fireball Friday, of course. We just had a casual time there. I beat Ben in the punching bag game again. You know. What-
Again.
Yeah. Again.
I wouldn't say again.
No.
Yeah.
Whenever the last time was that we went, it was when my mom was there. You guys both did it. And
Yeah.
He blew you out of the water again.
Wouldn't say
No.
you blew me out of the water.
Mhm. I wish
It was like 60.
I wish both photos that I took on Friday night
They were so blurry.
Well, the one of Ben's wasn't, but yours was super blurry.
Yeah.
I don't. I guess I was just that.
You guys are so
drunk
lucky
that
I don't
was
come in
just-
there and punch it one time.
Yeah, you definitely
I'll
whooped
just
my
put all
ass
your-
in that.
I did hit it one time.
Well,
Would you-
it's not even how hard you punch it; it's just how square you hit
Yeah.
it. Which is the guy with the beard that was talking to us before you guys went and did it. He was just like, "It's really just whoever hits it more square."
Yeah.
I mean, that's all it is.
I think I hit a 967.
I saw Corey Mangle hit a 999.
Yeah, he
once.
did it right after me because I remember I hit it. I felt pretty good about myself, and he hit it and he maxed it out. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, I'm a bitch.
That's the only person I've seen do that, so that was pretty cool.
That was right after I won arm wrestling.
Yeah, they got rid of all that. They used to have an arm wrestling bench in there. It was
Dude,
just
that
like
was the best.
testosterone city in there. They had a punch a bag, arm wrestling machine,
Dude,
and then afterwards you go outside and fight.
What's the thing that Hunter said that they have or what was Hunter talking about today? The strongman or the
The tough man
the tough
contest
man
in
contest.
Martinsburg.
What's
It's like
that?
it's like rough and rowdy. But
Oh,
it's like-
really?
yeah, but it's
Amateur
like,
boxing?
but it's way better because like it's literally just the trashiest of people in the whole entire Eastern Panhandle, and the crowd there is bananas.
When is that?
It's in February, I think, but we need to go. And what we should
We
try to
definitely
do,
should go.
we should
It-
try to interview the fighters
Yeah.
afterwards.
like if we
That
could
would
just
be
like because they
sick.
come out and like the thing is like they're out of like the event pretty much after they box and shit, so we
Right.
can just walk up to them and be like, hey, do you want to do an interview for us real quick?
That'd be great. That'd be good content too. We should definitely do that. And even if we don't interview them, just going to watch these West Virginia natives
Fuck yeah.
fight each other. That'd be
Dude,
awesome.
I have seen some motherfuckers that can throw hands there too.
I'm sure.
It gets intense.
I
Because the
wouldn't-
funniest thing is the crowd too, because the crowd knows them. So like two people be yelling for each fighter, then the people in the crowd get into it, and
Oh, that's great.
beautiful.
I'm sure there's a bunch of fights on the fucking ring and off the ring.
And they serve beer.
Yeah, that sounds like
Stir in the pot.
That sounds like our kind of event. The reason I wanted to bring up bench warmers where we were Friday because we were talking to the bartender who's a good friend of mine. His name's Al, and I think we're gonna have him on the podcast next week. So for the 10th episode, Al's gonna be on there as a guest appearance. So hopefully we can get that in the works. And he said he's down, and I think he'll bring some good stories to the table. Says he's got hell of stories.
Is his real name Albert?
That I don't know.
Or is he Alvin?
Ooh.
I would say it's Albert,
Albert?
but everyone
Could
calls
just
him
be
Al. I'm not
Alex.
sure.
He's probably just an Alexander. He just goes by Al.
Maybe that's a first question we'll have to ask him.
I'm calling him Albert.
Bert. Then
Albert.
Saturday, I didn't do anything. I went to Charles's basketball game, and I just want to talk about this briefly. Charles is my younger brother. He's like 11, so it's like, you know. So my mom was warning me. She was like, listen, they got blown out last two games. Their first two games, like, blown out. Like, he was like, Charles would tell me, like, their team sucks, right?
Mm.
And she was preparing me for, like, a blowout, right? So I was like, okay, whatever. And I'm sitting in the gym, and I'm watching them warm up. They're doing, like, layups. And wow. I mean, they're 11, so I'll give them that. But Jesus Christ, some of these kids, man, can't even fucking shoot a layup. Like, it's bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, Mom, like, you weren't kidding. Like, this is going to be a shit show. Charles went out there, dropped, like, 12 points.
Damn.
And, like, he had, like, the sick and one play. He got super hype.
Did he beat on his chest?
He was just like, like LeBron James out there, like, like flexing on kids. But it was pretty cool, and they won. They won by like
Oh, wow.
15. Yeah,
There you
so
go.
like I was talking to like another parent, and they were like, "Yeah, man, like I don't know where that came from. Like they just stepped up today and like came out and played." But
Dude, big shout out to Bucket Boy out
Yeah.
there. Fucking, he's a walking bucket.
he did tell me he was going to drop 10 points. I was like, "Wow, all right, we'll see." And he went out there and he dropped 11 or 12 or something like that. So
Should have given me
that's
the insight on DraftKings. I would have put some money on him.
dope. Wouldn't that be something? So that's what I did Saturday. Do you guys have any stories from Saturday? What'd you guys do?
I just got hammered with my dad and his friends.
I drove all across Jefferson and Berkeley County.
Why'd you do that, Connor?
It was Connor's fault.
Definitely Connor's fault.
Definitely Connor's fault.
What happened?
You guys can blame me, but
Let's.
I have text messages that say otherwise.
So what happened?
Well, our lovely television provider Sling does not support CBS, and
Yeah, that's super gay.
the football game last night was on CBS, the Ravens versus the Titans. So I'm sitting at home, I'm watching the Duke game. So I'm at least watching something that I want to watch. So I watched the first half of the Duke game, and I'm sitting there on the couch. Brant had work until about 7. He texted me at like 8-ish and was like, "Hey buddy, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm watching the Duke game." I said, "I'm watching the Duke game. I'm probably going to come over." And then the next text I sent to him is, "Are you at your house?" He doesn't answer for like 10-ish minutes. So I try to FaceTime him. Doesn't answer. And then after the FaceTime fails, I get a yes. That's all I get is a yes. So I'm like, all right, sweet, because I wasn't going to leave my house until I knew where he was, because he was either at his parents or at his house. So I wanted to make sure.
Sure, maybe it makes sense.
So I drive about 15 to 20-ish minutes to Brant's house up in Martinsburg and park in the visitor parking. I'm standing outside of his house, and I text him, I'm like, hey, is the door unlocked? Because I'm not just going to walk into his house. You know, Zeus will go wild. Hunter, you know,
Sure.
don't know what Hunter's doing. You know, so I just didn't want to walk in there. He doesn't answer, so then I FaceTime him. Doesn't answer the FaceTime. And then he finally FaceTimes me back, and as soon as I answer the FaceTime, he's looking down at his phone, and I just see right above him the garage door of his parents' house.
And I saw my townhouse right behind him. And in my head, I was just like,
Oh shit.
and in my head, I was like, I did not even read what he sent me. I just assumed that he was asking, "Are you at your house?" And I assumed it was my parents' house, where I said I was going to be earlier. And
say you'd
so
be there earlier.
he drove all the way out there.
So I said, "Oh my God, you're at your parents' house?" And then today, went over there for dinner and watched some football. And Hunter said that she had to like pause her TV because she heard somebody talking outside her house.
Yeah, she texted me. She's like, "Yeah, I thought somebody's out there. I just heard, oh fuck." She's like, and then I looked down. There's no one there. So I didn't.
Did you end up going to his parents' house afterwards?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did.
And,
Okay.
and we actually stayed, or I stayed until about 12:30, 1 o'clock ish.
Yep.
And just spent some really good quality time with Brant, his dad, and probably Big Brant's one of his best friends,
Dave.
Nice. Well, it sounds like a good time.
It was a good time.
It was a great time.
I got fucking hammered. Woke up this
Dude.
morning and the sun was beating the shit out of me.
Brant and I were crying laughing from some of the stories that they were telling us, and it's
I can't believe what they got away with. Like, you could just do so much more shit. He got fucked up one day and took his buddy's Doberman through the hallways of his high school when he was in 9th grade. I was like, what? And then he would so they would dip in 9th grade. So they would spit on the floor. So one day the teacher came up to him and was like, look, I have brothers that dip. Rolled up a newspaper in a funnel. Was like, can you all just spit in these?
Wow.
Could you imagine being 14 years old and your teacher's making you funnels to spit in?
It was a different time back then.
it
Fuck
was.
yeah.
And, I mean, Brant and I were literally crying,
Throwing the
laughing.
bottles at cars going down the roads, all the fights and shit.
That's insane. Yeah. I mean, my parents have similar stories like that. I mean,
So much better times before social media.
it was for sure.
and recording.
Yep.
And, yeah.
You just didn't get in a lot of trouble. Like even drinking and driving back in the day was it was just like a slap on the wrist.
That's
Be
what
like,
I'm
all right,
talking
we'll
about.
follow you
No,
home. Just
the
make sure
crazy
you
thing
drive
was
safe.
is like Dave was telling a story about like him driving from somewhere to go pick people up and bring them back, and he doesn't. First of all, back when they were 15, 16, 17, you didn't have a cell phone with Google Maps, or you didn't have a GPS. They didn't even have a map. So like they had to go pick somebody up, and he was basically driving blind because he was going somewhere that he doesn't even know where he was going. He had to go pick him up, and then the person that he picked up had to help him get back, and it was like he would just be driving and be like, oh, take a left here, then take a left here.
My
Like,
favorite story is when he said he got pulled over or whatever. And he's like, dude, I was fucked up. So the cop told him to do the alphabet. So he did, he's like A, B. So he sung it to the guy, and he's like W, X, Y, Z. Just like the suck it movie, how'd I do? And the cop was like, get the fuck out of here.
Be like, you passed the test. Go home, buddy. But yeah, it's just a different time back then. And back on the maps thing, I take that shit for granted, bro. My sense of direction's not very good. And I remember growing up, my dad print out it. He still does it to this day, going on trips.
MapQuest.
MapQuest, bro. He lives by that shit.
Have fucking 13 pages stapled
Yeah.
Dude,
together.
that used to be my mom. My mom used to have to see the directions, read them.
Yeah.
Are we on step 57 or 58? I don't fucking know.
What
Yeah.
road are we on?
Yeah, for me, it's just
How many miles?
fucking Siri tells me where to go. I could have no idea where I am.
Well, I
and
guarantee you,
just
if mom didn't have a GPS in her car, she would still use probably MapQuest and print out. And I still remember whoever's in the passenger seat literally had to hold it up so she could read it while she was driving.
yeah, my grandpa, he has that big ass atlas map in
Yeah.
his fucking car.
The permanent markers just drawing the
15
line.
different folds, and you open it up. It's 5 feet long, and he's fucking mapping it out with
Trying to
whatever.
drive while he's reading the map, fucking stretching all out.
Yeah, it was a different time back then.
They said they stole all the golf balls and they were hitting
Oh
them at
my
the houses.
God, dude.
And then the hit one house was like, intruder. He's like, so instead of just stopping, we went to another park and found more houses out of the area. I was like, what?
It sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Um,
That's where you could.
And these are the level 1 stories. We're not.
Yeah, I
even
can't even get it.
Yeah, we're not even.
yeah,
gonna
we don't
go
have
through some of
to.
the
We
other
don't have
ones.
to put them on blast, but that just kind of puts in perspective.
Like what your dad said. What happens in the garage stays in the garage.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's very true. That's where
Um,
Connor came out. But we don't tell anybody that because it's happened in the garage. Oh, shit.
Interesting.
I fucked up.
what?
I should have stayed in the garage.
It's all right. It's all right.
Fuck.
One other thing I want to talk about before we get into our segments is Saturday after the bar we come home, and I'm in just a shit talking mood usually after Fireball. Fireball gets me amped up. Like I like just to talk some trash and whatever. And I don't know how we got on the subject, but Connor over here was a tennis star in high school or something on the lines of that, right, Connor?
Is that a sport? Or is that under theater club?
First of all, I want to talk about this, Brent, because you haven't heard this. If you could be one sports athlete in the world, like you take their place,
Yeah.
who would you choose?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
You don't choose anybody else.
If you could be the best in any sport and be the single best player in that sport, what sport would it be?
Football.
Connor wants to be Roger Federer. How fucking gay is that?
Dude, fuck you, Turner.
I don't even need to answer. I just heard
So I
Turner's
think that
giggle.
that's how we got onto the subject of tennis. So Connor was
I
all
would
about it.
want to be the single-handedly best tennis player in the world.
He wants to be Roger Federer, and I think that is just
Like,
absurd.
not even Tiger Woods.
No.
True.
Honestly,
Tiger was pretty fresh.
And Floyd Mayweather.
We all know what Tiger does on the low, so we know that he's got a pretty good life going on for himself.
Yeah, for sure. But okay, so that's how we get on. Connor wants to be Roger Federer, so I'm making fun of him for that. We all are. And then we get into the topic that Connor thinks that he can beat me in tennis, right?
I know I can be. There's no thinking.
I don't like I've played tennis before, but I'm a pretty athletic guy, and
I'm not Zach. I broke this down for you, and we were both fucked up. I broke it down for you. I said, Zach, I will give you any sport that we could ever play against each other. I will give you any sport but tennis.
I will say Zach did strike me out on wiffle ball.
I'm a
In all
fucking
fairness.
stud, baby.
I will, Zach. I will be
I
honest.
will legit give you any sport but tennis.
I didn't think you were a very athletic guy the first time I met you. Like I knew you played soccer, but I know you could do like other sports as well. I was pretty impressed, man.
Thank you.
Got a good range of the sports abilities, but
I appreciate that.
I think Connor's natural talent not natural talent, but years of practice. So a guy that's played his whole life, I hope he can beat
wasn't
you.
his whole life. You started in high school.
No, I played when I was younger too.
I hope he can beat you.
I don't think he can.
I think he can.
So I'm talking shit, and he's like, "All right, well, let's play. I got 4 rackets downstairs. I was like, all right, I'll go get it. I bring up his fucking tennis bag, right? And I open it up. I'm like, Connor, you want to know what's in here, buddy?
Dude,
It's a fucking.
I was devastated.
It's a
by that.
broken racket and 15 empty water bottles and like 3 tennis balls. That's all he had in there. I'm like, what kind of fucking tennis player are you talking all this
I was
smack? You
devastated.
got a broken racket.
But I do remember what happened to those rackets.
What happened?
I was at mom's,
Mm-hmm.
and Spencer was going to play tennis,
Mm-hmm.
and he needed at least one extra racket just in case like a string breaks, just needs it. So he stopped by mom's house, and I gave him all the rackets that I had in my bag so he could have them.
Likely
He
story.
Slammed the fuck out of that one.
No, I slammed the fuck out of that one when Trent and I were playing for a charity event at Shepherd.
Charity event, dude.
But it was
It was like-
it was against the Shepherd. It was like the Shepherd team played.
It was like the
And, like-
Make-A-Wish
and,
kids
like-
off the side. Connor's just fuck, shit, pussy, bitch.
Pretty much. And Trent and I were losing, and
Did you slam it in front of everyone, like right on the tennis
like,
courts?
God,
it
or on the
happened.
court.
It happened over time. So like I would smack it once, and like it would be fine. And by the end, the frame was cracked, and I just snapped it.
All right. So before we get into it again, I want to make a bet with you, Connor. Let's play this Friday.
Don't play for money though. Play for something funny. Like it's gotta be. Don't play for money. Play for a punishment. Like not a terrible one, but you guys gotta be something
Just
funny.
ask Zach what he's willing to do.
Yeah. Well, what would be the punishment? We would have to think about that.
Whoever loses has to wear a princess costume on the next podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You have to wear a nice little.
So that means our host would be dressed as the princess. Is that what we're saying?
I mean,
Whoever
maybe
loses, yeah.
Who's buying the princess
That'd be kind of
costume?
cute.
The loser as well?
the losers will.
A whole princess costume?
It can be some knockoff shit. You can make it. We'll get you just a crown and a fucking.
We'll
little
go to
wand
Goodwill or something, find you a dress.
There you go.
All right, we can figure something out,
Yeah.
but the loser will have to wear something funny on the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's just leave
There
it
we
at that
go.
for
Yeah,
now.
I like that.
All right?
Yeah.
So let's try to do it this weekend, Connie, all right?
Okay.
And we'll do how many games you want to play? Is it the best of 7? Is that how you do it?
So I was texting Trent about it. And
I think the punishment
and-
should be whoever loses has to wear blackface and go into Baltimore.
That is just not going to happen. No.
They wouldn't
No?
make it out. of
Trent
Baltimore.
Okay,
said I
sorry.
should play because you said you could beat me. You said you could beat me.
I said I could beat you with some practice. Yes.
You both said that you could beat me. I think Turner probably was talking shit too.
Confirmed.
But Zach, if it's just you and me this weekend, we can play to 6.
We'll do that.
Okay.
And for everyone listening, I've never seen Connor play tennis. He's never seen me play tennis. And like I said, I've played tennis before, but Connor played in high school, and he thinks he's big shit. And I know
I don't think I'm
gonna
big
have to
shit.
be
I just
there.
know I'm better.
When are
than
you guys doing this again?
We're gonna do it this weekend.
This next weekend?
As long as it's
Yeah.
All right.
as long as it's fairly comfortable outside.
I guess
Right,
we'll
like
probably
if
do it
it's
on a
not like
Saturday.
yeah, like I mean, this weekend was beautiful, so hopefully
Yeah.
it'll be nice weather. But we can talk about it more. But for the people listening, it's on. I'm gonna whoop that ass. We all know I'm a fucking winner, baby. All right, let's move into our segment. First thing I want to talk about, and I've been wanting to talk about this a while, is the app that's just been blowing up right now, fucking TikTok, right? And like I was such a hater on TikTok because I was such a big Vine
I
guy.
was too. I
was
was a
such a
big
big
hater.
Vine guy. And when TikTok came out, it was like a couple years ago, or like last year maybe. I don't know. Did it come out in 2019? I'm not sure.
It's
Yeah, definitely 2019.
It did?
might be
I think
Must
it's
been
been out for a
it might
couple
be
years.
18.
It might have been
I-
late 18,
I
but
bet it's 2016.
Oh, well, I thought you were saying if it came out like 2020.
no,
No.
I was saying it came out last year. It
definitely-
might have been 2018.
No,
Or it might have been before that.
I'm kind of along with Brant. It
2016.
might have.
Okay.
It might have been
Probably,
like
yeah.
2016.
Well, it took a while for it to really blow
Oh,
up,
yeah.
and it's really started to blow up this year. Like
Huge.
in the past, like 3
Yeah.
weeks, it's really starting to blow up. And I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna download the app." Right, and I didn't even get on the app for like 2 weeks, and then like the last 2 weeks, I've been on it quite often. And so here's my thing: I do like the app. I think it's a good app, and I think it has a lot of potential. But it's hard to like, you don't get to really choose what you're watching. It's like,
I think that so I have an account just so like I could like stuff and try to get that on my page. So I
Right.
was like so tired of seeing fucking
that's the other thing.
15-year-old girls dancing.
So
Like,
the
what
other thing I
is
want to talk
that?
about, there's like this huge trend going on. It's a Little Baby song, and I swear to God, it's like these middle school girls, and it's really close to their face, and it's Little Baby like, what does he say? He's like, it's like, so what'd you do? I pull on her weave and well, she's sucking my dick and then I titty fuck. And
Well,
then
no,
like all these girls are making really sexual faces, and I'm just
Yep.
like, wow, I feel very uncomfortable right now, and like I have to get off the app after that, like
Yeah.
for like an hour at least, and it's just like unlimited amount of like underage girls dancing very seductively to very
seductive songs.
provocative
songs,
fucking
yes.
songs, and I don't know what to do because I like the app, but I feel like a
There
lot
are
of the
some-
things I'm
there are
watching is
some-
just
There's some fucking hilarious ass people on there too.
yeah, it's
Like
and it's
the,
a great
like the voice changing
yeah.
with the little kid and the mom and like opening the door, Bobby.
I like where they're like playing.
It'll feel so good.
There's one where they're like, it's like him and a bunch of friends playing like indoor basketball, and like it's like when a dude comes out of my sister's room at like
Oh,
midnight, and they all just look at him and be like, "We need a fourth."
I like the one kid. He's like, oh, he's playing or whatever, and the guy walks out the door and he's like, hey, do you want to play Madden? That one geeks me, bro.
There are some really
Or-
funny ones.
Or like, kind of similar is like when Dad's angry driving me to soccer practice,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Arr," and then just the kid in the back, Daddy, I forgot my cleats at home.
God damn it!
But like that shit happens. Like if you really think back, like that's probably something we all went through at some point. So,
Have you guys
so
seen-
it's just
Along
kind
the
of
line,
it's like reminiscing some like.
Have you seen the one where
situations.
it's like my 6-year-old little brother got dumped the other day and he's singing that XX like Tentacion song or whatever, and the kid's in the shower, he's like, I don't want to die young. No, I'm not all right. Yeah. And he's just like walking. It's like me understanding. And he just like starts kind of like just bobbing back and forth.
Oh my god, that reminds me of my fucking little brother now. Like I was over there this weekend, and he hops in the shower and he turns on like his little speaker, and he's just playing Trippie Redd. Like the whole house is just bumping Trippie Redd, and he's screaming in the shower the lyrics. I'm like, where am I right now? And what the fuck is going on? Like,
I think I have it. I think this is the one. It says, having 3 hoes in the king size. I ain't finished yet. Get another bitch. Got her riding dick and screaming yeehaw. Make her a proud
Yeah.
girl. You a cowgirl. She did a handstand. I'm like, wow, girl. Got me fucking her upside down. Yeah, we going dumb. She wanna come. And that's
bow,
what
bow.
bow. Yeah, exactly. And that's what 12 and 13, 14-year-old girls are provocatively dancing to on that. Oh, there's one so funny. It was like a guy like watching that, and he was like, he just looks up. He's like, please God, let her be over 18. And, like,
Oh,
he
yes.
clicks on it, and like she's 19 or whatever. And the next one is just him dancing to the same song. It just geeked me.
It's fucking weird, dude. And I don't know. I like the app, but I don't know. I wish I could choose my content, and that's the other thing too. Like Brandon was saying, I'm sure when you like and follow people, you see their content more. I've only liked like 5 videos, and I don't follow anyone.
I don't have an account. I legit downloaded the app and I just swiped the For You page.
Yeah.
So like I
That's
don't
what I
even.
did. That's
have
what
a-
I did
I
too,
don't even
but
have
then
like
I-
a signed in account or anything. So like I don't have a choice.
Like I don't really see
what
like
I-
any dancing videos anymore. For
I
the
feel
most
like
part.
that's all I
And
fucking
it's like-
see.
Yeah.
So mine is just like, dude,
I've never got.
I don't know why I see so many clips like making fun of like World War II. Like there was one, whatever. It's like a time traveler pops into an attic and he's like, "Whoa, this is really nice." And it's like little girls like sitting there and she's like, "Yeah, I've been here about a week." And he goes, "Oh, you haven't been caught yet?" And then she's just like, "What?" And he just dips out. It was just fucking hilarious.
I think it's a good platform, and a lot of like people are becoming like crazy famous off this.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
Vine.
It's exactly like Vine.
Isn't
But
what-
Vine
that
was-
was Dobrik, right?
Vine
Didn't
was
Dobrik become famous off Vine?
Yeah, that's where he started his career for sure.
Yeah.
David Dobrik. But it's a pretty cool app. I like it.
I
It
fuck
just-
with it. I
it's-
spent way too many hours on it.
I think
Dude,
it's getting better.
Kayla
And
and
I'm
I
sure
were-
they're gonna figure
Kayla
it
and I
out.
were looking at like our like screen usage on our phones. Like
Mhm.
I was just going through it,
How do you
and
do that?
on
on settings
if you
and
swipe
shit.
or if you just swipe, like if you go to your homepage or homepage,
Mhm.
swipe. It's like it's there somewhere. I
Oh,
think.
but batteries?
Right down there.
Oh, screen time.
Yeah, screen
Sorry.
time.
Okay, good. Tell your story. Sorry.
I think on Thursday Thursday I was on TikTok for 5.5 total hours.
Wow.
Just that one day.
Jesus Christ, Counter.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I can't say anything. I've probably been on there that long as well.
Oh.
But you know,
5.5 hours. Do you know how long that is?
so
But like the screen time also like breaks down like how many notifications you get a day, like your average, your weekly average. Like I mean, it kind of breaks down like how much we actually use our phones.
Just made me realize I have no friends.
yeah,
Jesus.
seriously. TikTok makes me want to start making TikToks, try to become famous somehow.
I made one.
But I'm not. Well, I have an account, but I don't.
I will confirm that
I didn't post it.
I have made a Goose Gang podcast TikTok.
That's lit
And
though. We need
so-
to post our fucking clips.
yeah, we can post clips and we'll figure it out. But go
Go
follow us on
viral.
TikTok because we're gonna blow up.
Goose
baby.
Gang.
Gang.
Goose Gang
Baby.
8, I think is the
Goose Gang 8.
like the number 8.
Dude, I'll
Interesting.
start making some and I'll send them to you guys. If you guys think they're funny, we can put them up. I don't give a fuck.
I am so down
I
for
want to
that.
be TikTok famous.
That'd be so
It
sick.
says I only spent 11 minutes on TikTok.
Well, that can't be true.
Nah, it says this week. Oh, this week. I gotta go to last week.
Oh yeah.
Sunday.
There we go. Last week I spent 14 hours and 25 minutes.
Wow. Wow, dude.
Holy shit, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
It is an addicting app, I will say.
Because you just keep scrolling,
Yeah.
and then it's like I seriously hate the ones.
I spent 4
That-
hours one day on it.
That's what I'm saying. I hate the ones where you're watching it. It's like, and I'll post the second part later.
Yeah, that shit
So it's like,
annoys me.
fuck. So then I have to like swipe over, and then I have to go find the first video, and then I have to go
Yeah.
find the second part. And by that point, it's like, do I even care this much to really see the second?
So
half?
I
I've
usually-
only ever followed through on one. It was this guy. He was fucking with his neighbor was like an asshole.
yeah.
And they had like a Santa that was waving. So he built a snowman behind it and put a carrot as like the dick. So it looked like Santa was just jerking off the snowman in the front yard. It was hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Well, to get off a little bit of topic, but kind of on the same topic as that, it's
Jerking off snowmen?
in a way.
Okay.
So Ben and I are on our way to Whitetail one time, and Ben's brother was driving, and we're like 5 minutes away, and we just look out the window to the right, and there's just this ginormous dick made out of snow.
It's
and
like
there
6 foot tall.
it was huge, and it had a sign that says Jeff the Snow Penis. It was fucking
named it.
hilarious. And I think someone did that in Locust Hill too, and I think I know who it is. I won't put him on blast, but
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Dude,
we
that
can
thing
all
was
guess it
massive in Locust.
yeah, and it was there for a while.
Yeah.
Um,
And then it got taken down. I think he put it back up,
yeah.
or he made a new one or another one.
So
That's beautiful.
last thing I want to talk about TikTok is it was I don't know how it was just on the For You page, right? And I saw I didn't read like who it was or like whatever. It was just this really fucking sus dude dancing, right? Really fucking sus, dude. Like it was like, this is making me feel so weird, right? And I look at the name, it's Jackson Mahomes. It's fucking Patrick
I already knew
Mahomes' brother.
Exactly who you're gonna bring up.
Dude, if you're listening and you have a TikTok, go look up Jackson Mahomes, bro, and just watch one video and then just go straight to the comments.
It might give you cancer, honestly,
Dude,
bro.
the comments, bro, it's just roast central.
Oh,
They
fuck
call
yeah.
him Jackson Mahomo. They just roast him every fucking comment. It's like, Pat, come get your
Oh my
sister.
God.
Pat, come get your sister.
Imagine being the parents. You know, you're watching your son on primetime football. He just wins an NFL playoff game. You see your fucking son in the other room fucking do TikTok dances.
It's literally it. And people are
Jesus
just
Christ.
roasting him like crazy. So that's quality entertainment. If you got a TikTok, go look up Jackson Mahomes and just go look at the comments. You'll be
sent it to
entertained for at
I
least
sent
an
it to
hour.
our group chat,
Jackson
and Pat.
Mahomo.
Jackson Mahomo, dude, roasting him, bro.
I sent it to our group chat, and Pat responded and said, "I'm embarrassed for even watching that."
Yeah.
Because like we were talking about him.
Yeah. I
He
told
was like,
you guys
"I
yesterday.
can't believe I even watched that."
It's interesting stuff. All right, well, we'll get off TikTok. Probably talk about it some other time on the podcast. But interesting app, and it's blowing up. The next thing I want to talk about is the Australian bushfires. I know that we have talked about it very briefly, but it is getting way more intense. And I just have a little story here. Not a story, but it kind of tells you what's going on. And it says that the fires in Australia have been burning for months. And it's been consuming nearly 18 million acres of land and causing thousands of evacuations and killing potentially millions of animals.
Did you see they just updated it?
No.
They think that, I could be wrong, but they think that overall they've probably lost at least 1 billion different animals. Like, I mean, of course, different types of species, but they think that Australia has had at least 1 billion animals die now.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm sure they could
That's a lot of
include like
animals.
bugs and like every type of shit like
yeah,
that's like
yeah.
living and stuff. But
yeah. But I
mean-
mean, 18 million acres of land. Like, that's fucking insane, dude. And what
Sad.
I saw was it was people that started this, right?
Yeah, it's
Yep,
arson.
apparently, yeah, arson.
And some of the people have been,
no, bro, it's climate change.
yeah, climate change.
But the guy's name was climate change, I guess. I don't know.
His name was climate change.
I guess.
But yeah, isn't that insane? I mean, 18 million acres that people just started a fire.
Yep.
I guess I don't know why I don't know too much about why they did it or who they are,
Yeah.
how many people were in custody at this point. But
Apparently, it's a lot of people they've arrested are like Sudan like refugees.
oh really?
apparently. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, I don't live in Australia, so I don't see Australian news. So,
Right.
You know, you don't.
Stereotype.
No, I wasn't trying to say like.
I know,
I
I'm
was
just
just was
kidding.
crazy though that like that was kind of going on. I was like, holy fuck.
And
And-
like I feel like it's what you said. It's been going on for months, and like I feel like it's only become like big news like the past
Yeah.
few
Yeah.
weeks.
Well, I think it's really blown up
It's-
in the past couple of weeks. Like
I
it's gotten
think-
worse.
Have you guys noticed? I haven't seen as much about it since I found out. Since it like kind of wasn't. Since people
Climate
found out it was
change.
arsonist. And not, I mean, climate change. I'm gonna be honest. Climate change doesn't help it. That's what's making it so bad.
Yeah.
It's because
but
there's no
that's
rain.
what makes people talk about it now that it's arson.
that's
it's
the
like,
thing,
oh,
yeah.
what do we talk about
Exactly.
now?
Yeah.
Exactly. Once it became arson, every celebrity stopped tweeting about it. There's no more charity things going on. It's like, whoa. Like just last week we were all diving in, guys.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because
I will
cause
say,
changes doesn't mean you jump
the-
off of it.
you guys destroy me on tennis all the time, but the Australian Open starts next week
Mm-hmm.
in Melbourne, Australia, and they're still starting on time, even though all this is going on. But a few days prior to it starting, they're having like a charity event, like
That's cool.
little tournaments. Like they're raising money for everything going on with that too.
You can actually be the main event there.
That would be
People would like to see that. All proceeds will go to the bushfires.
Everybody would just think it was like Down syndrome kids just being like the main event. Like,
Make
oh,
a wish.
yay.
Two
Make
Make-A-Wish
a
kids.
wish
Make-A-Wish
kids.
kids.
That's probably what it would look
That-
like. No lie.
That TikTok is hilarious.
Which one?
It's like all these Make-A-Wish kids are like asking to like meet famous people and like they can make wishes to meet famous people and all this, and it's like, why not just wish for the cancer to go away?
All these kids want to make celebrities. Why don't you just wish that you didn't have cancer?
But the TikTok is just so funny.
That is hilarious. But I just wanted to briefly talk about that. I think it's crazy. I got to call Drew soon, and because
Yeah.
we have a buddy that lives out there. And
I've been messaging him a good bit.
Yeah, I need to get his point of view on it. I haven't
Well,
talked to him in a while.
I think he told you that like he got like stuck somewhere for a while or
Yeah,
whatever. Like,
yeah.
so- you
Well,
got-
he said it on Instagram.
yeah. Okay. Damn, that's crazy as fuck though, man. I can't believe he was like, I guess kind of trapped. Like,
Yeah,
right?
No
Yeah,
phone
like
service. Yeah,
Jesus, man, that's scary as fuck.
that's so scary.
I was worried about the lad. I met like right when I kind of found out I was going. I messaged him and it was like, and that was probably like I'd say at least a month and a half ago. And
Yeah,
he was
because
kinda
like the sky was like reddish,
Yeah.
like a reddish haze, and I had no idea what it was until you guys like one of you FaceTimed him and was like talking to him about it. He didn't seem like he was that worried like
Mhm.
at that moment in time, but I mean obviously it seems like it's gotten a little worse since
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
It
Obviously,
looks like it's bad, like really bad.
The thing is though is what people don't realize is, first of all, Australia has fires like this every year. These ones are just really bad, but they don't realize that this has occurred before. People think this is the first time that a fire this might be the first one of this size that's like been in an area, but normally it doesn't happen in populated areas.
Yeah.
But so that's the only problem is
Yeah.
this time it just occurred in a more populated area, so that's why it's such a big deal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on then. All prayers out to the Australians out there, Andrew especially. Hopefully they get that figured out.
Yep.
And we don't have to talk about this next segment very much. I just wanted to bring it up. That about the Iranian or the Ukraine plane that was that crashed out of Iran. So it was a Ukrainian plane that was flying out of their main national airport there, and it is now confirmed that Iran shot the plane down.
Yep.
Unintentionally, supposedly. So
They thought it was military personnel from
They
a
shot
US
it
plane.
intentionally.
they shot it intentionally, but not for
Thinking
the
it was something else.
not because they shot it because they thought it was going to be an
Whoops.
attack on them. Yeah, seriously. So it says Iran has admitted mistakenly shot down the Ukrainian passenger jet on Wednesday, blaming human error and U.S. adventurism for the crash.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Gotta blame the U.S. somehow.
Just blame Trump.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Blame Trump. But, like, how fucking dumb can you be? I just feel like that's so... Like, that's a bad fuck-up.
Yeah.
That's a bad fuck-up. And for people that... I'm sure most people know, but it was... The plane crash killed 176 people, 82 Iranians, 57 Canadians, 11 Ukrainians, 10 Swedes, and 4 Afghans, 3 Germans, and 3 British nationals.
Yep.
So, fucking insane.
It's kind of sad, too, because it's between the U.S. and Iran, and now all these people from literally countries that don't even have anything slightly to do with it are dead because of something that they're not even involved with. They're just trying to fly home. They're trying to fly wherever. They're trying to...
Yeah, they're just trying to go home and
Crazy.
And man, I'm fucking scared of fucking airplanes. I hate getting on an airplane. Not saying I'll ever be on a plane in the Middle East, but
Fuck no.
still, that shit's insane. And I just wanted to bring it up because it is now confirmed that Iran has shot down the plane.
Yeah, and I think
Accidentally.
people can make their own assumptions about it. They could. The thing is, look, even if they can say, okay, Trump, he killed the general, whatever, but people look into the history. Just before you have an opinion on it, just actually do your own research. That's all I have to say. I won't try to shape your opinion. You can form your own, but just do a little bit of research before you just blame one person.
Agreed. And I haven't done much research about it. I was just reading about it this weekend, and I don't have much of opinion on it. I just wanted to bring it up because it's pretty crazy that it was just a passenger plane. Like, they had no harm, no foul, and they just got shot down.
It's just so crazy where they got the money from to buy those missiles. They got it from the great U.S. of A.
Yeah.
where
Weren't
the
they?
money came.
They were Russian missiles, though.
Well, what happened was we gave them money in the nuclear deal, so they said they would stop like making like weapons of mass destruction type of shit. So we gave them a whole bunch. I think it was like $3 billion in cash and like $150 billion of like kind of credit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they went and bought missiles with it
So much money.
and shot them at our own bases and took
Yeah.
down a plane with it. Thanks, Obama.
Oh, thanks,
Interesting.
Obama. All right, well,
Appreciate it.
we'll get off that sad subject. We'll move on to our next segment. I want to talk about the
Ty's
NFL.
gonna like that one.
Yeah, he will. He
Love
will.
you, Ty.
I'm sure. Yeah. Shout out Ty. He's been listening. He's been commenting on all the videos.
He's probably our best interactive viewer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
He
shout
said
out
he wants
Ty.
one of the shirts.
I sent him the snap that I was hungover this morning, and he said he said something about like you better like be ready for the podcast or something like that.
So shout out Ty. We love you.
Absolutely.
Way to
Man's
join the
getting
flock.
married here in about 2 months.
I know. Where's our invitation, Ty?
Yeah,
Where is
we're
it?
Still
When
waiting
is
on
it?
the invitation.
I'm a little confused, but I am excited for the wedding. It is
Yeah.
coming up in March.
I want to be there. I would really like to be there, Ty. So
I would too.
I got to save the date, but I don't have an actual invitation.
Shit,
so.
Ty might go to war here soon. Got to postpone the wedding. Postpone. All right, moving on.
Autism gets the best of us sometimes.
It sure does. I want to bring up the NFL playoffs. Yesterday, the Ravens and the Titans lost. This is the game I really want to talk about. And the fucking Ravens lost. And I know for everyone that was listening, we were all saying, well, I think
No, we all said Ravens.
we all said,
I thought the Ravens were going to win. I like Lamar Jackson, but I love to see that. Mike Vrabel's a fucking gangster, dude. You see that, man? He said before the season he'd cut his own dick off. And one of the linemen ran up to him after the game and was like, "You're losing that piece, coach."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, bro."
he said he'd cut his own dick off.
He said he'd cut his own
On
dick off in the
Barstool.
Super Bowl. Yeah, on Barstool's podcast.
On Barstool, he said he would cut his dick off to win a Super Bowl
Yep.
as a head coach.
Wow.
That man's intense.
So
dude.
he's chopping at the bit.
That's
That,
crazy.
literally.
Though. You know where he came from, right?
no.
Patriots. He's a Bill Belichick guy.
And what's funny is when they played the Patriots and they were doing they were punting and they were doing the
delay game.
game, and then they did the offside, or not the offside, the false start to do it. Bill Belichick was fucking pissed, dude.
He used his own thing against him.
You could see him saying, "This is fucking bullshit," talking to the ref, like fucking freaking out, dude. And the Titans guy just had a smirk on his face. He was just like, he knew he was in his head. And
gotcha, Billy boy.
But shout out to the Titans. Like Brant said, I wanted to see the Ravens win. I'm not a fan by any means. I just like Lamar Jackson, and I like the season that they've had.
Big trust.
Big trust is now no trust.
Baltimore fans just suck.
Yeah, so
Baltimore fans do suck.
They're assholes.
But what Brant said, we like a good underdog story, and the Titans are absolutely an underdog. I mean, in the middle of the season, I did not even think they'd make the playoffs. With Marcus Mariota out, they have fucking Ryan Tannehill in there.
That is mind-blowing.
Who's a fucking dog right now.
Yeah, people can look at his stats like, well, he's not really throwing that many yards, but when he does pass, it's effective as fuck.
He's a fucking he's
Dude,
he's killing it right now.
God.
And they whoever's playing the Titans next, I don't know who it is. But they should be worried. Is it San Francisco? No.
It's gonna it'll be the Chiefs.
It'll be the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs, yeah.
Right.
The Chiefs might whack them though.
Right.
Honestly.
Well, I mean, let's talk about that game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think so.
that game just ended. It was the Texans versus the Chiefs, and the Texans were up 24, 27? 24-0 in the first quarter, I think.
I can't believe my dad called it. We were sitting in the crowd. He's just like, they are up this much. He's like, dude, the Chiefs are gonna win this game. And I was like, dude, you're fucking high, bro.
I did not fucking think that they were gonna come back.
The Chiefs scored 34 unanswered points.
I mean, it was
34,
just unbelievable.
I think it was 41.
Because the last stat that I paid attention to is 34. This I don't know. I think Brant said it at the house. He said, or it might have been your dad or Mr. Matt. The Chiefs scored on 6 consecutive drives.
Oh, 7.
7 consecutive drive touchdowns.
That's fucking insane.
Like each drive was a touchdown. It's like the record for postseason. 7 consecutive drives ended in touchdowns.
Well, the game started off, it was really just special teams blunders that really got the Texans up from the beginning, man. They just couldn't hold on to the fucking ball.
No, I mean, both teams, really. The Chiefs got a couple of those. That's one of the reasons they came back so well.
I'm wondering if they're using, it might sound dumb, but, what's going on? Like, the Ravens were dropping passes all over the place. Like, all day today, people were dropping passes. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I mean, Lamar definitely wasn't. He was a little nervous, you could tell, but he was throwing passes right into some of their players' hands. And they were just absolutely dropping the ball.
Dude, Mark Andrews to start the game, they're driving on the 35-yard line. He just pretty much volleyball sets it up for him just to fucking intercept it.
Yeah, that was so sad. But I think it's just nerves, really. You know what I mean? It's it's hard to be the number one team in all of the NFL, not just in your division or whatever.
Plus, he's the MVP out there. So once he fucks up, man,
everyone thinks you're gonna win and win by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And just nerves. I would assume that's probably really what it is.
Well, and people are going to say that this is his second year in the playoffs, but it might have been you that said that the team last year wasn't built for him. He was coming in as Joe Flacco's backup.
Yeah.
Right.
So the team wasn't played around him as a running quarterback, basically. But I would argue that this year was his first legitimate playoff game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Didn't go the way we wanted to, but
No.
I think that they're going to be a stacked team for the next couple years. So we'll see. But that was just a crazy upset. So it looks like now the Titans and Chiefs are in the, what is that, the AFC?
Yep.
Yeah.
The AFC Championship, and then it's the San Francisco against either the Packers or the Seahawks who are playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Turner?
What is that score, by the way?
10-21.
21-10 Packers?
21-10 Packers.
Love to see
so
it.
we'll see how that goes. But
Fuck Pete Carroll.
my predictions now for the Super Bowl, I think it's going to be San Francisco, and I think it's going to be the Chiefs.
Yep.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Now, who's gonna win that game?
I think I want the Chiefs to win, but I really think San Francisco might do it. They're pretty good.
Yeah,
They're a
Jimmy
well-rounded team.
Yeah,
Plus they got
are.
what Quan Alexander? They got him back and shit now.
Yeah.
And their defense is good.
Bosa's a
Their
beast.
defense, Richard Sherman, Bosa, they're an all-around good team, and defense is really going to play the factor. And I think that's whoever's going to have the best defense will win.
But the Chiefs' defense did show up the second, third, and fourth quarter of the Texans game. The first quarter was more of a special teams blunder, but then the seven straight they had 41 unanswered points. So that means the defense shut down Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah.
I
You know
can't
what I
even
mean?
believe
Like-
the Texans actually made it here.
They
I'm pretty shocked.
They started out like 2-4 or something.
they had a decent season, but they just had ups and downs. They were a little inconsistent. I think they had a pretty tough schedule, to be honest. But Yeah, they had some injuries. Like J.J. Watt was out most of the season. He came back, but
He
he
looked-
wasn't the same.
yeah, he
he
looked
was not
tired.
the same.
Rough
You know what I
today.
mean?
Rough today.
That's a fast moving offense, though, man.
Yeah,
That's a really fast moving offense.
and I think they'll, Deshaun Watson's young, and they'll be a heck of a team for the next couple years as well. All right, so moving off of the NFL, then I want to talk about the game tomorrow, which is County.
LSU versus Clemson.
Yes, and
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
For both teams, actually.
I will say, yeah. So I'll bet anyone right here that the Tigers are going to win. But yeah, who do you think's going to win that game? LSU? You think LSU's going to do it?
So, I want LSU to win. Yes,
You want LSU to win?
but
Really? Okay.
Dabo Sweeney and Trevor Lawrence, they've won 29 consecutive.
They have not lost.
games.
Trevor Lawrence has not lost at Clemson.
And T-Law's coming back next year. I would love to
LeVar Ball never lost.
see, dude.
Never
Imagine him
lost.
though, like
Never lost.
he could win 3 national championships in a row.
That would be fucking.
Wait, Trevor doesn't
savage.
have to come back next year, does he?
He is coming back next year.
He probably doesn't have
He's
to.
a sophomore right now.
Yeah, you only have to play
What's-
2 years, right?
You have
Yeah.
to play 3. You have to play 2. It's only
Yeah.
You
2.
only have to play
Oh.
two.
I was.
Are you?
misinformed
Were you
last
saying
night.
that he's coming back because he has to play another year? Did you hear that he said he was going to come back?
Well, I thought that he is coming back, but I mean, I guess we'll figure it out after next week if he's actually coming back.
Yeah.
But I thought you had to play 3 years in college. I didn't know it was only 2.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's
I mean-
2.
Pretty sure it's two.
I'm
for college
like
football.
99% sure. I'm not going to guarantee.
Like I know
not
basketball's
sure, but-
1. Oh, I think baseball. If you go, that's what it is. It's really stupid, but you can get drafted out of high school. But if you opt to go to play college baseball, you have to play 3 years of baseball before you get drafted. That's what it is. Sorry, forgot.
Those
Do you
rules are so
do you
stupid.
do you think that you should be able to go and make yourself into the draft at any time? Or do you
Yes.
think there should be a limit to how much you have to play? Because
Nope.
think about college
There-
Why
basketball.
should I have to go to
There's-
college to make the NCAA money
I was-
before
Yeah, it's
I was
I
just-
go
So-
play
so
to
my-
make myself money? I'm just saying.
I don't disagree with that.
ready.
I don't. But so my only thing is
I was right,
like
by the way.
like football. Is it 3
So
years?
pointed out. To be eligible for the draft, players must have been out of high school for at least 3 years and must have used up their college eligibility before the start of the next college football season.
right
Okay.
on. So he's
So,
got another year.
Okay.
Mm.
I got a good brain.
But so my only thing with
Packers
like
just scored again.
with collegiate athletes is I'm gonna go football wise. Basketball, I think you should be able to go anytime because it's not super contact sport. But you're gonna have a 18-year-old that's gonna go out there and try to go up against a 30 or like 28, 29, 350-pound 6'5" lineman when their bodies aren't developed, which is why I support 3 years, because what you're 20, 21, 22 almost at that point, maybe.
Yeah.
Like around that. So your body's more developed. You're like for football, like I don't know.
I get what
It's
you're
just-
saying.
It's more of like a development than it is, but I know that NCAA makes a fuck ton of money off of
Yeah,
these.
My thing
collegiate
is, a lot of
athletes.
those NFL teams would just take those guys and just
And
let
train-
them
and-
just and imagine
Right.
the
They would-
training
yeah,
in the NFL.
yeah.
They would
like,
mold
yeah.
them to what they want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, I kind of agree.
Why doesn't the? But the thing is, also, it's a big money saver for the NFL because they can have it now. They don't have to pay any of those guys, and they get to watch it for 3 years. And if they get hurt, hey, they're not on my fucking bill. you know?
exactly?
Right.
So
Not my problem.
yeah,
But what
Word.
the NCAA is legalizing paying players in 2021.
It's for like
I
their
think-
merchandise. I
for
think.
merchandise, which
Yeah.
is awesome. They
Yeah.
should have done that a long time ago because it's ridiculous that they don't get any type of compensation for selling
I mean,
millions
so
and millions of dollars.
So like
Oh.
basketball wise, like last year Zion Williamson. Do you know how much money Zion would have made off of selling his jersey?
And they can do endorsement deals, right? Is that
I don't-
included with
Yeah,
the
they
with
can.
the?
I don't like it at
Makes
all.
sense.
You don't like
Why?
that?
No, because it's gonna those smaller schools are really gonna get hurt by this because a lot of those you might be a great player, but let's say you don't get paid, so you go to a school that gives you a full ride or whatever. Those guys now they're like fuck that. I'll just go join the fucking super team and we'll just sell a whole bunch of shit.
Exactly.
Like,
so
so you're
now
not gonna
now
have those guys
it's not
kinda
you're not
spread out.
going because of the coach or the team.
Yeah.
You're going. This
Who's-
is where
yeah.
I can make the most money
Yeah,
and
who's
sell my
average-
jerseys.
Who has Nike? Who has Jordan? Who has whatever?
So that
So
that's a great
I do want
perspective
to
on
say
that.
something else about Zion. Zion wanted to come back.
Really?
He enjoyed playing collegiate basketball and playing for Duke,
Well, I'm sure he did.
but Coach K would not let him come back because he needed to do what's best for his family,
yeah,
which is make the millions and millions and millions of dollars that he has already made, and he has not scored a point in
think
basketball yet.
I don't think he's ever going to play. I think he's just going to collect his
I don't
bag
know
and
about that.
bounce out.
I mean, he'll definitely play.
Definitely
but
gonna play.
I
But
mean, if
like-
I was
but like
Zion,
that-
I
that's
wouldn't stay.
crazy.
If I was the number one like that, like he is.
But
No
but,
way I'm
but, he,
staying,
but he's
bro.
not. He
Give me that fucking
was
check.
he was never doing it for the money.
I mean,
He
yeah, I get
did
it.
it because he loved playing the sport, and he loves the game of basketball, and he loved playing for Duke, and he loved playing for Coach K.
You can tell yourself that, buddy.
Yeah.
Was
No,
not-
I-
Yeah,
no,
but if he
no,
says,
I-
all
no, I'm
right, in
dead
the
ass
future
serious.
you're only going to make $20,000 a year playing basketball, he's not going to play basketball professionally.
What do you mean?
He would not like. Okay, let's say you only got paid $10,000 a year to play basketball. He's not playing basketball.
Well, obviously not. Nobody would.
Boom. He's not going back. He was never going back after that
No,
first year, brother.
I'm just saying what
No one
he-
loves Duke
I'm
that
just
much.
saying what he said in an article.
Right.
That makes you look
I'm
good.
not saying. I'm
That's
just
what
saying
that
what
is.
he said.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I think that's what he felt. I'm saying
like
I'm saying that's what he said.
Yeah, like he probably did. Part of him wanted to probably go back, and he wanted to play with Coach K. He wanted to go try to win a national
I mean, look,
championship.
Trey stayed.
Trey-
Trey could have gone.
Different players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're,
different
compare.
players.
you're
but
You
comparing
cannot compare them.
you're literally one of the biggest college basketball players of all time.
Yeah.
no, but I'm
to-
just saying, like Trey had the ability to go play.
What's his last name?
Jones?
Trey Jones.
But
I don't know who that is.
Another part is,
Ty- Tyus is his
Trey
older
Jones
brother.
the third.
oh yeah,
Is that-
Trey Jones. He's not that good.
No,
Yeah.
he is. He's the best.
He's
defensive
good.
player
Yes,
in
he's
the-
going to go
the-
pro, but you cannot compare him to Zion.
I'm
And you
not
also have to
comparing
think
them,
about
I'm
it,
just saying.
like if these
No, I
kids,
didn't compare
you did.
them.
a lot of these kids are
did.
admitting themselves into the draft because they come from their family doesn't have a lot of money and they need to support their
Right,
family.
and-
So you also have to
right.
take in consideration like what their family status is.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
now you're
like Jones, he has an older brother that's in the NBA.
Yeah.
Already, their family's set, so it's not a priority to him
Right.
to go to the NBA to make money to support his family. Now he's doing it to become a better basketball player and stay with Duke because, you know what I mean? He already knows that he's going to go to the
Right,
NBA
yeah.
at some point. He doesn't have to support his family, so you also have to take that
No,
into
no,
some
and-
type of
no,
consideration.
I do.
Right. It was
Yeah.
something that I thought about. But yeah. So going back, do you think LSU's going to win?
Oh, that's what we were talking about.
I was like, what were we talking about? So LSU, I would like to see Clemson win. And I just want the underdog to win at
Yeah, I
this
want
point.
Clemson
Like
to
fuck
win
it.
too.
I mean, Clemson's
Um,
been the underdog all year.
Yeah.
Then
If you really think about
They
it,
played one ranked team.
well, and they had to fight from being like sixth when they started their whole bracket thing. You know how or whatever the group.
I think college
Yeah,
football's so dumb.
Oh,
It
it's
really
so
is.
stupid.
Yeah.
You play,
So stupid.
what you
Yeah.
play 12 games, and like if you lose one, you're basically fucked.
It makes
Yeah,
me
you're
so
fucked.
mad that how the Alabama plays in like an FBS, like an FCS school or whatever. Everywhere.
SEC. Right?
What is it?
SEC.
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 Yeah.
SEC.
That's the Southeastern Conference.
Yes, that's
No.
that's what they play in.
No, they
What were you saying?
Yeah. Well,
the lower division of D1 football. They play at FBS school every year, like Towson or James
Saying
Madison.
they play a
They
school.
play lower
no,
schools.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
just one.
Yeah, that's
to start the
trash.
year.
You should never do that.
Right.
You should
Well,
never
but,
do that.
But that
They should have to
team
be
gets
playing
paid a fuck
every
ton
single
of
year.
money.
Alabama schedule should look like Michigan, Penn State, Oklahoma, Texas. Fuck it. They should.
Yeah,
the
but
best
that
teams should play
hurts
the
those
best
other
teams.
teams too.
Well, I think they should
But
open
it's
up
bullshit.
more
Right.
players.
Because
No,
Clemson
I-
doesn't play anybody. Ohio State played fucking the most ranked opponents. Like there's other teams that should have made it, in my opinion, off over Clemson just because of the strength of their schedule.
Right.
Clemson probably would have beat them. There's no problem with that. There's no arguing that.
But then it's.
But I get what
then-
you're saying,
But then
'cause,
you
like,
also have to
it's
take
fucked.
the top 5 power conferences, and then whoever wins those.
They should top 5
its
power
favorite.
conferences should only play teams from top 5 power conferences. They shouldn't play anyone else. That's it.
That'd be great to watch.
It would be a lot more fun instead of seeing Ohio State play fucking Illinois, South Central
I don't
State
think- I don't think
University
a- I don't-
College of Oklahoma.
I don't think a Big
Two
12
different
team
states,
should
one
ever be in it.
School.
Oh, what?
A Big 12 team.
Nope. Never.
Never.
They're trash.
I mean,
It's the worst college football conference, I think.
Big 12?
Big
Yeah.
12's the worst.
No way.
Yep. Yep.
Oklahoma's been
Yeah. and-
Amazing
and
for the
what-
past
and
whatever
what has
years.
what has happened?
Not shit.
what? Them not winning?
They
you're
get
saying?
dogged every year. Big
Well,
12
yeah, I
schools
mean-
suck, dude. And ACC shouldn't be allowed in except for Clemson. And Notre Dame should never be allowed in because
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
in
how
their
can-
Notre
fucking
Dame
division.
should never be considered into the
Yeah.
college football playoffs.
Oh,
Never.
and then some conferences played like,
like big-
playoff games, and there's some like conference playoff games. Other ones they don't have anything.
Yeah.
It's-
I will agree that
fucked.
like Clemson absolutely had the easiest road to get there. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
weren't tested at all
they
this
did,
year.
but they didn't.
They
Is what I'm
proved-
saying.
no,
No, they
what
did.
Brant was saying.
No,
They
they did.
had an easy road, and like that's
They
kind of unfair.
They had an easy road to win
Right.
all their games, but
Yeah, that's what he
they
said.
but they weren't they weren't guaranteed a top 4 spot when it first started. They were like number 6.
Right, but
So many things had to happen that other teams had
other
to lose.
other good teams
before
losing.
before
Alabama
they could get
losing
up.
into LSU.
Right.
Yeah.
Alabama losing.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Georgia losing.
I think that they should. There should be 6 or 8 teams that go to the playoffs.
Georgia shouldn't have been even close to the top. They lost to South Carolina. They
Right.
suck.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. But first of all, SEC schools get favored, which that's kind of what I'm pissed off here.
Yeah.
I think Big Ten is the best conference out there for football.
Who's the other team that Bama lost to? They had
Big
2
Ten?
losses.
No way.
Yes, they had the most. Look at strength schedule. Ohio State had the hardest schedule. Most top 25
Yeah,
ranked
but like
teams.
in the Big Ten, all else you have is Penn State and Michigan.
Nope. Minnesota, Wisconsin, both top 25
Purdue.
teams.
Was Purdue good this year?
Yep, they're always decent.
Oh, decent. Not good.
No, I mean, no. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Well,
SEC
and
is obviously the powerhouse.
SEC is also
but
split into 2 because there's Auburn,
Yeah.
Bama,
So is the Big Ten.
LSU,
Georgia.
They're West and East.
Georgia. Yeah, true. Okay,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I don't know. I just
Because
think
it's all the
SEC
same for
gets
basketball,
sucked.
which is what confuses me.
That's why basketball's so much better is because
Hold up.
you have March
I
Madness.
apologize.
What?
Pac-12 is the worst division out there for football. I'm
Pac-12
sorry.
does
I
suck.
fucked up. I forgot they even existed, honestly.
Well, ACC,
West
Big 12
Coast.
definitely better than ACC in football. You cannot deny that.
I don't think so.
Absolutely. When's the last
I
time?
don't know about that, dog.
Just because Clemson's won the national championship makes them better conference?
Sure.
No.
I mean, overall, you'd have to say Big 12's better.
Maryland did beat the shit out of Texas last year.
I hate you.
Maryland's in the
How
Big
about this?
10 now.
What's okay?
Oh,
no.
yeah, Maryland's in the Big Ten. That's right. I went to a Maryland football game this year.
ACC is definitely the best basketball conference.
Oh.
For sure.
And I think that, okay,
For sure.
I wanted to find common ground
Doubt.
somewhere with my friends.
Well, we can definitely agree on that. But that's why college basketball is way better because they have March Madness and then they have
Yeah.
they have a tournament. They have a big
There's 64 teams that play.
and they have a tournament like they have the ACC tournament and whatever. It's not like a
so
guarantee.
they have their,
you know what I mean?
conference tournament and then
Yeah.
they have
I don't
So-
know why college football can't just go to like this, like the NFL. Fuck. But I think it would also expose the fact that a lot of schools aren't nearly as good as you think they are.
Yeah.
Like imagine like when UCF was like undefeated and they thought they were national, all this shit. Bro, if they would have played a real team,
Yeah,
oh
for
my
sure.
God.
I mean,
Yeah.
because that one guy only had one hand. Or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, Shaquem Griffin.
Still a
Griffin?
beast though.
Yeah,
Still a
oh,
beast.
yeah.
Still
He's on
a
the
beast.
Seahawks.
Yeah, he's a
on
beast.
Seahawks.
He's a beast.
He's playing right now.
He's a savage.
High five. Did you see when they were doing the rock paper scissor and he stuck his nub out there?
Yeah,
That
that's
shit
so
was
funny.
hilarious, bro.
He's like, no, it was rock. It was rock.
He's like, that thing's paper. He's like, no, this is a rock.
All right. Well, you guys want to move on then? Do we have any other?
Oh yeah,
anything you wanna talk
LSU
about?
Tigers.
Clemson again.
Go
Yeah.
Tigers.
That's right. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, go
I'm go-
Clemson.
I'm going LSU.
LSU. I mean,
Who do I want to win? Who do I think's going to win?
Both.
Ben, I forgot you even here, buddy.
I like honestly. I've always loved Clemson and LSU. Like,
Dude,
I've
I
always thought they were
mean-
like just really cool schools to go to.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both Death Valley. Both their stadiums, they call them Death Valley too.
What- When I was growing
Both
up, I
Tigers.
thought LSU was like the coolest thing
nuts.
ever. They had like a tiger in their fucking
Campus.
campus, like
Mhm.
a big tiger, like an actual fucking tiger.
In a cage, yeah.
Yeah, in a cage.
Or like
and then
a-
Death Valley, like I like the eye on the
Mhm.
middle of the
Well,
field. Like I
Clemson-
just liked.
I
and I
love how
always thought
Clemson
there was
walks
like
down
really
the
hot
hill.
girls there.
Have you ever
too.
seen like Clemson when they walk into the game? They walk down that hill and they like slap like whatever that thing is when they're
Yeah.
walking in. You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I can't say I
I
do.
don't know.
You seen that?
I'm gonna have
right?
to look that up.
It's pretty sick because like they're like kind of out and like they literally walk down like through the student section pretty much.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
sick.
It's
Yeah.
fresh as fuck, man.
That's super sick.
cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, to wrap that fucking segment up, I want Clemson to win. I just want to see. At this point, I'm on the Trevor Lawrence bandwagon. I want
Yeah.
him to just win.
But
I'll go Clemson.
I do like
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, and I like both teams. I mean,
that's my biggest thing. Is
so
I just got a guy that was a backup quarterback, not even considered for the running this year at Ohio State, transfers, goes to LSU.
won the Heisman.
Boom.
I mean, he's a fucking winner.
I mean, what more can you love about that?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to go number 1 in the draft too, to Cincinnati.
Poor
Sorry,
guy.
Andy Dalton.
Poor guy.
Poor guy. I know that's.
But he is from Ohio, so it probably makes it a little bit better. It's kind of like when Haskins went to the Redskins. Like everyone was like, "Oh, that poor guy," but he's from the area, so.
I mean, yeah, and he actually didn't do as bad as I thought he would. So
Who?
Haskins, I think he.
He tweeted the other day about how like it's a new era in DC and all this stuff, and I was pretty jacked up, man. I was
And
like,
I-
goddamn right it is.
You winning the Super Bowl next season?
That's what
I'm gonna say.
That's what Brandon Cavanaugh said.
I'm gonna
That's what they
say.
say
Well, at least go to
every
the
year.
playoffs.
Listen.
I
I think
it's
we
the
will-
NFC East. How hard is that?
I think we will get second in the NFC East next year. I'm not going to throw us over the top, but I'm going to say we're going to be competitive next year.
I wouldn't
That's
fair,
say
I
that
is. That's probably not.
all you gotta do is go
See how he
500.
scored.
We fucking
Facts.
We cleaned house, and Ron Rivera and fucking Jack Del Rio, the two new coaches they brought in.
Yeah.
They have a history of going into teams like this and immediately turning them around.
I feel, Brand, I just want to
Yeah, but
say,
it's the
I feel like
Redskins.
Redskins fans
don't wanna hear
every
it.
year,
I
bro.
don't
It's like,
wanna hear it.
dude, we had the best draft this year.
Yeah.
We had the most injuries last year. Like, dude, we're gonna be so good. Like, it's just, we got it, bro. And I'm just like, all right, well, we're gonna find out.
I would say my assumption is fair. I
No,
said
and
second in the NFC.
I totally agree,
and
and
that's a great win for me.
And I will say, I always like to make fun of the Redskins, and I always like to make fun of like
Yeah.
Kevin, especially like because he's such a believer. But like I said, I think Dwayne Haskins is pretty solid, and I think they'll be a lot better than they were last year.
Honestly, I think we're gonna go 8-8 next year.
That I could
That's what
see
I
it,
think.
but
I think we're gonna
I
split right down the middle.
don't know about
That's
all
fair.
that.
500
We'll see.
could get you second.
Shit, it could get you first.
That wins the
Definitely.
NFC.
Yeah,
It
well,
could get you
fuck.
first.
Hold on, what were the Eagles were what? They were 9 and 7?
They were
Yes.
not,
9
9
and
and
7?
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys were 8 and 8.
Yeah,
Or-
but I think they played each other 7 and 7 or 8 and 8 to go to the playoffs, and the Eagles won that game.
Seahawks are down by 10 now.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right, so moving on. The next thing I want to talk about, we don't also don't have to talk about this for a long time. All this hype's going on right now, and I just give a little background. It's Logan Paul versus Antonio Brown. Okay, and I like to watch the Logan Paul's podcast. It's called Impulsive. It's a great podcast. You guys should listen to it. It's fucking hilarious.
Is it impulsive?
Yeah, Impulsive, like his
Like
last name.
P-A-U-L.
Impulsive.
I like that.
Yeah, it's super fresh.
I actually really like that.
You guys should give it a listen. But their last one that they just dropped,
Speaking of Vine, that's how he got famous.
like, yeah,
Oh, really?
hugely famous. Yeah, and then he like dominated the YouTube game.
I thought
Like,
he was
like,
always YouTube.
no, he was a huge Viner. Him and his brother. And Jake actually has a fight. He's fighting some other British YouTuber this month.
I probably hate Jake Paul more than any other person on this planet.
I
dude.
want Jake Paul to lose so bad.
But he's-
And we have the fight because Connor paid for DAZN another month, so we are watching it. I don't know
Yeah.
what day of the week it is or what day of the month it is, but we're gonna watch it. It's probably Saturday on DAZN. But okay, so I was listening to the podcast, and they bring this up about Logan Paul and Antonio Brown. When I first saw it, I was like, this is just for
publicity.
publicity.
Or just-
It's not
yeah.
going to happen. Like, it's just for talk. And they were saying it's like a lot closer than you guys think. And they have already got it for DAZN to cover the fight. And they said in a couple months, paperwork should be signed. They're going to fight.
Did you see what the odds were when they first came out? I sent that
That
right.
cannot
And
be
so
real.
what they said was
There's no way that's
It's
real.
not real. 'cause
absolutely
I've
not
ta-
real. How can that be real?
I
How are
was
you
like-
going to give Antonio Brown minus 1,000
Plus
Plus
1,000.
or plus 1,000?
I thought it was
Excuse
like
me.
plus
Excuse me.
5,000.
No, I think
I thought it was
Was
some
it?
shit
I think it was
like
1,000.
that.
I think it was 1,000.
Logan Paul was like negative 1250 or something like that, and
Yeah.
Antonio Brown was plus 1,000.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about?
Logan Paul is now a professional boxer or whatever you want to call him.
Well, just
he
like
lost
I'm a
a-
professional rapper.
Lost a fucking KSI, which was embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then he wants to call out Antonio Brown, and they're gonna wherever those odds came from, I don't know. But how are you? It's impossible. I will take those odds every day, bro.
Antonio Brown is not only a professional athlete, but let's be real. When he was doing it, he was one of the best wide receivers of all time.
Absolutely.
I mean,
2 years ago, he was the
Dude.
best wide receiver in the league.
linebackers will try to tackle him, and he will stiff arm them down to the ground.
He
Like-
Sparta kicked a punter in the face. It's fucking awesome.
In all fairness, Logan
He's a
Paul
savage.
was a Division I wrestler. He is so like.
But boxing is not like if it was
But that's-
UFC.
but, like,
that's-
a-
it goes
athlete-wise,
MM
he's an
exactly.
athlete.
Yeah, he's an
Yeah.
athlete. So I'm giving him some. I'm not trying to give him a little credit. He's
No.
not just a YouTuber.
and I'm
He
not
was a
saying he's
Division
going to
I
get his
athlete, but
ass beat by any means because he's been training for a long time
Yeah.
or whatever, and he's going to take it very serious. But
He's a bitch.
why I wanted to bring it up is it's actually like a lot closer than you guys think, and they strategically have planned this for over like 6 months or something, and they have picked Antonio Brown for a reason because he's in very bad spot right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't know if he's going to go back to the NFL, and this will be a good way for him to get good publicity, focus on something different, and shine in a different light.
He'll do something to fuck that up.
Antonio Brown's a crazy ass motherfucker.
And
That
well,
man's smoking crack right now.
when
or
they talked about it on the podcast, it just made
was
me
Antonio
believe.
Brown on the podcast?
No, it was just
Okay,
them, but they
gotcha.
were talking about why they chose him and like how long this has actually been, and not just like that this just didn't just pop up for any reason. Like it's actually a thing that's in the works and really could happen. And I would love to see that fight.
If Antonio, I would say if he truly trains for just 1 month, it won't even be a close. Like I don't even think Logan Paul will be able to get a hit off on him.
I just don't.
Like, if
After
he actually
watching
learns
Logan
how to
Paul fight
box-
last time, like it is. I can't even fathom like them getting in the
I'd
ring.
let
Antonio
him-
Brown will work him.
I'd let him beat the shit out of me for that much money though.
Fuck
Fuck
yeah,
it, dude.
fuck yeah.
Honestly, Logan Paul has nothing to lose. If he loses, he's like, Yeah, well, I lost a great professional athlete.
Yeah.
And I'm rich.
Yeah, but
And so-
he wants this to be his career, so he can't start 0-2.
Well, he
is what I'm
can't, but I
saying.
mean, like,
Well, he's
he's
right now
making a lot of money.
He's 0-1-1, right?
No,
Yeah.
He's
no,
tied with
he's
KSI?
0-1. The first one wasn't a.
oh yeah,
it
there
wasn't
a
a
sanctioned
sanctioned
yeah.
fight.
So he's
Oh,
0-1.
gotcha,
You're
okay.
right.
Because they wore like the
Yo,
headgear.
gotcha,
They were
And there's like
smaller or
16
bigger
16 ounce gloves or something.
Yeah.
Now they're 10 ounce gloves, I think. But yeah, I mean, they were just talking about it. You guys should go listen to it. It's very interesting. And like one of the guys said on the podcast was like, you know, the KSI Logan Paul fight, like a lot of people, it was, first of all, it was like one of the biggest streamed fights of 2019. And like, I think it was like number 1 on DAZN. I don't know if that's true, but it was like one of the biggest fights streamed. And, you know, they had to sell that fight. And the reason it sold is because they actually do hate each other, like the people that follow them.
Yeah.
But the Antonio Brown Logan Paul fight, it'll sell itself. Like
Oh.
even like your dad, who has no idea who Logan Paul is or like doesn't give a shit about him, will want to watch this fight because he would want to see Antonio Brown fight. You know what I mean? That's like
I can guarantee my dad wouldn't. But
you don't think you would want to watch Antonio
You
Brown
would want to watch
fight in a
Antonio
boxing
Brown's
match?
fight. Why not?
there's no shot.
Really?
No shot.
I would think he would.
I think he would.
Well, that's how they explained it. It was like, you know,
telling
people
you.
that
I
don't
think he would. I mean, you know,
care
your dad
about
more than I
like
do.
Logan Paul or whatever, like they would want to
Yeah.
watch Antonio Brown because he's a household name. He's a
Mhm.
superstar, and it would be interesting to watch him get in a ring.
I just think you guys don't understand how much my dad could give
Yeah, but I
two
think he
shits
would.
about
I
anything.
think he
like
would think
that.
it's comical.
Yeah, like
Yeah, maybe.
It's
He
just something to
might.
watch.
Like he's not like seriously.
I don't
like,
even think
oh
my
God,
dad
I wanna
knows what's
watch him
going on.
fight.
Actually, my dad watched Hard Knocks last year
Mhm.
and got really into the whole Antonio Brown thing. I just remembered. So yeah, 100%.
There you go.
Yep.
He might.
It would. I just popped in my head.
all right. Well, we'll get off that, but I do want to bring up another fight that's coming up next Saturday. The notorious Conor McGregor is coming back to the UFC to fight Cowboy Cerrone.
Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
And I want to hear some thoughts. Who do we got here?
Let's go
What's
Cowboy,
gonna happen?
baby.
You want
Let's go
Cowboy? You
fucking
think Cowboy?
Cowboy.
Do you-
Goddamn right.
I don't know anything.
You
about
want him to win,
anyone,
but
so.
do you think he's going to win?
So here's the thing. So they're fighting at 170 pounds,
Right.
which is
A huge
McGregor-
advantage for Cerrone.
I would say yes, only because the simple fact that he's a guy that he's jumped weight classes so much, so he's used to that type of shit. And normally he's cutting weight, and I
He's-
mean McGregor does too. But you know McGregor was kind of a smaller guy. I would
And I
say
think
back
he
then.
sits
but
close to 170. Cerrone
yeah,
does.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He
And it
doesn't have
would
to cut any weight.
And I think the other weight class that they could have fought for was 155. The other weight class that they would have fought at
it goes
155.
145, 155, and 170.
And it would have been hard for Cerrone to cut that weight.
Yeah,
But it was Conor's choice to choose 170,
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
Um,
Have you guys seen him punch into the bags lately?
who?
Conor McGregor.
No, I have not. I haven't seen any pictures
dude,
of either of them.
McGregor is he's big, dude.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
I think
What? What?
what?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Ben and I have been staring at each other this whole time. We decided to stare at you.
Oh, okay.
Ben and I can read each other's minds.
Yes.
Jeez, that just.
I was so confused.
Yeah,
All
so
right,
was
go
I.
go on,
Anyways.
Connie. Go on, Connie.
I think for UFC, I think that. Can you guys stop saying that? Jesus.
Okay, moving on. Sorry.
I think for UFC, I think it'll be good for the UFC if Conor wins.
For sure.
So
Just
here's
for sure.
publicity wise, because
Yeah.
first of all, 3, 4, 5, however many years ago when Conor started to become who he is now, the notorious like shit talking and who the fuck is this guy and you know all that shit, all the press conferences beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give two shits about UFC.
I think it's so funny that a long time ago, like I think it's like 2016, they were talking or whatever, and Cerrone was talking. He's like, "Yeah, I think we're just too big for these. Like, we're way too big for McGregor. We're this, we're that, blah blah blah." And fucking McGregor just turns around. He's like, "I'm gonna ride you like a cowboy." He's like, "Yeah,"
Yeah.
and that's what kind of like all started.
like,
this
He's like, you're
interest.
stiff, you're slow, I'll
Yeah, you're
snap you in
stiff,
half
you're-
like a board.
Yeah, there it is.
But I think Conor McGregor still having face in UFC is good for UFC all around because UFC will always have.
They
their-
all know
their-
that too. They know
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
UFC has their fans, like every sport
Yeah.
does.
But the commoners.
But people like me, and people like you probably didn't follow UFC a whole lot, did you? And Ben, you probably didn't either. I know you probably
Yeah,
did a lot
yeah.
more.
I
But like,
that's my favorite
I
sport.
dabbled in.
honestly.
right?
I-
But like, I would not care.
if
I
I
would
could be,
not care.
if I could be the greatest of any single sport, it'd be
That'd
UFC.
kinda dope.
UFC.
That
You're
would
the
be kinda
baddest
dope.
You're John Jones. Every single place you go in this world, you know that there's not one person in that room that can do one thing.
Your hands are registered.
you'd-
fucking
nothing.
deadly
You'd rather be
weapons.
John Jones over Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, because I think John Jones actually has more money that's actually his and not the government's. But
Okay. Okay.
Mayweather literally has to fight just to not go to jail. Once he's
Yeah,
not
but
able to
that's,
fight anymore,
that's
he's
his
fucked.
own doing. Like,
Oh yeah.
if he handled
I
his
wouldn't.
money.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like that stupid, of course. But
All right. So
McGregor all the way.
you want McGregor to win?
Yeah.
Regardless of what's better for the UFC
Dominant.
or not, I want McGregor to win too. I think he's a dickhead. I
love
under-
McGregor.
Super
and I,
entertaining.
and I
love
understand
McGregor.
why
Don't get me
people
wrong.
want him to lose or like want him to get beat up, you know. But I don't know, dude. Like it's just something about when he walks in that ring
Yep.
and does his little fucking walk. And when Bruce Buffer introduces him, they knuckle touch, dude. It's like fucking awesome.
oh no, the best is right before he steps in the ring when he just stands out by the side and he just puts his arms up and he looks at the whole crowd.
Yeah,
Just
and
goes
they go
back
fucking
and forth,
crazy, dude.
Oh,
And then he walks in, does a little swag walk.
I'm getting fucking hyped right now just thinking about it.
Dude.
I cannot wait when he runs out of that fucking.
Oh
Oh,
my
my
God.
god.
When is that, Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
18th,
Where are we
yeah.
watching that at, boys? You just want to call it here? We calling it here?
We can do it here.
I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. We can all throw money together. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna make you guys just pay for it by yourself, of course.
So yeah, I think McGregor's gonna win, and I want McGregor to win. So Ben, thoughts?
McGregor.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: if it stays standing up, I'm probably gonna say McGregor's gonna win. But if they do get on the ground, Cerrone is gonna put him out. Armbar is what I'm gonna call it. It's gonna be the finish of it.
I also will
Cerrone.
say if McGregor loses this fight, I think his career's over.
Oh no, definitely. But the only thing is, there's only 2 fighters in the whole entire UFC that I would want to win over Conor McGregor, and that's Cowboy Cerrone and Tony Ferguson. Those are the only 2 fighters that I would ever cheer for, as opposed to Conor
Because
McGregor.
Cerrone
He's a true fighter.
he's almost 40. I think
Yep.
no, I think he's like 36
He's older
or something. He's
Yep.
old, and he has like 35 wins in the
Most
octagon
wins,
or something.
most finishes.
Yeah, most wins, most finishes, most knockdowns. I think I saw some on Twitter. Like he's been around the block, and he's got a lot of respect.
Yep.
So
And his last fight ended in a way that was kind of sad.
what happened? I don't
Because
even
remember,
know.
he got his shit busted open, and he tried to blow his nose, and it swelled up, so he couldn't finish the fight.
Oh no,
Because his eye, because like the air got stuck in his eye, so his eye blew up to like it literally looked like grapefruit off.
that's
his
like
face.
Rocky.
is
Cut me,
disgusting.
Mick.
And
That's
they said that they were gonna
disgusting.
call it, and
Should've
he
just
was.
took that shit with the needle.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's like cut
they
me,
were
Mick.
like, no, that's it. And he was telling them like, no, I'm definitely fighting. And was like standing ready. They're like, no, like that. So they called it off, and he's still standing like, no, guys, I'm fighting. Like I don't know, you guys called off, but I'm still gonna fight.
Word.
This is. I mean,
Well, I can't wait. It's gonna be a fucking entertaining fight, and I think someone's gonna get knocked out.
his son's name is Danger Cerrone.
That is so sweet.
Legit birth certificate, Danger.
I mean, how the nickname Cowboy Cerrone? That is so fresh.
He has a fresh ass cowboy hat.
Him and Joe
Yeah.
Rogan are good buddies.
Yeah,
He's
he's on the podcast,
him
right?
and Dan Bilzerian literally loves him too. He'll always go out to his like ranch or whatever, and that's what they
Cerrone?
all go. That's what they all go do and fuck around and shit.
Man, when can we become friends with Dan?
Soon. We're
How,
gonna have
like
him on the
when can
podcast
we
one
when
day
can we
soon.
make it to the
I
point where
will say Dan Bilzerian was also supporting Logan Paul.
he sure was
What's up?
when
When
They fought
Logan
KSI?
when Logan and KSI
He was in his locker room.
He was in his locker room.
That's
and-
fresh as
He's
fuck, dude.
supporting the American, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
he also
yeah, but
walked out with Justin Bieber, which was kind of swag too.
fuck yeah.
But then
Lyme
KSI
disease.
had Rick Ross and Lil Baby perform his own song in the ring while he was walking out.
performed his
Okay.
own song.
That's crazy.
Well,
as fuck,
they're
dude.
in the song, but yeah,
Imagine
that's
the-
swag.
Imagine the Migos performing Goose Gang as you're running out of the tunnel.
I would fucking shit a brick.
If I could, oh man, I wish I could go back to being a little kid and try to be like an MMA fighter. I think that would have been the one sport that I could have excelled at the most if I put my
You
heart and
just
soul
start now.
into it.
You start training right
start
now.
now.
I was very convinced until my dad. I remember like 2 years ago when I told you guys, I was like, guys,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to get an MMA. And then my dad kind of talked me out of it.
You should have done it.
I should have.
Just for fun.
I want to
mean,
do jiu-jitsu still.
Yeah, take jujitsu classes. I have a friend that did that for a long, long time. He said he loved it.
I
You
don't
know
need
what I mean?
classes.
No classes, just
No classes. I'll just go out there and beat anybody.
raw
Just go
McGough.
fight
What's it
random people
called?
in
Hold up. There's
Baltimore.
I actually
Street
looked it up.
beefs.
You'll get good.
No, there's
you
a
either die or you get good.
there's a jiu-jitsu tournament coming up in Frederick at the Fisk Center in April.
That would be fun to go
And I think I'm
watch.
gonna do it.
Really?
I wanted to do it that one time, but I didn't get in shape, so now I got it because it was like I found it like a month before, and I was like, okay,
you
no
might as
way I
well
can
just
get
not
it.
do it.
When is it?
Choke you out. It's like an
No,
April.
I
I
was
think.
just saying so you don't.
Yeah,
get
you
in
definitely
shape.
have to train for that because that shit.
Oh, so I don't get in shape.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
said
funny.
it.
That's funny.
All right.
But yeah,
Any-
Cowboy Cerrone. I hope he wins, just because I like him and I think that he deserves the fight. He deserves the win more, in my opinion.
I can agree with that.
He doesn't have nearly as much money as McGregor, obviously. So
No,
he
I'm
make
with you.
$100 million.
He's
off
just a
one
good
fight.
old boy. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly,
He's a good old
exactly,
boy, and he has
And he
good
loves
intentions. Like
fighting.
McGregor is
He
just
doesn't
a
talk shit.
fucking
Yeah.
douchebag, but he's an entertainer, and I'm excited to see a good. It's gonna be a good fight. So.
I'm a cowboy,
Baby.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, any more thoughts on that?
No.
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 All right. Moving on. Ben,
Questions.
Questionos.
All right.
El questions.
So the first one, poll the internet. Would you rather A, win a World Cup in a soccer crazy country, or B, win any U.S. sports title?
U.S. sports
Win the
title.
World Cup for sure.
World Cup 100%.
Yeah, I was pretty much just asking this because I wanted to see what Brant would say.
That would be so
I would-
awesome.
Because I know, I mean, I guess we're kind of biased in a way.
In a way, but it's still the
But
World
it's,
Cup.
uh,
It's not.
It's the world. You
support your whole
you challenge
country.
the world. Yeah.
Everyone in that country loves you. Everyone in the United States will not love you for winning the Super
Imagine
Bowl.
being like Clint Dempsey.
True.
Like Clint Dempsey if like the U.S. ever won, or Landon Donovan. Like,
Okay,
But
think
not
about,
like, but
winning-
U.S.
All right,
is
ready,
a soccer
ready,
crazy country.
ready,
You're
ready? I'm
in
gonna
fucking
name
France.
Michael Jordan,
And-
Derek Jeter, Tom Brady. Who the fuck are these soccer players? I don't. Who's Clint Dempsey? Who is that?
He's
Yeah,
the United
that's
States.
Not,
I know Landon
that's not a
Donovan,
good
that's
comparison
it.
because soccer's not a U.S. It says soccer
Yeah.
crazy country.
Yeah,
soccer,
like if I
the
lived,
U.S. isn't a
lived in
soccer.
England,
If you live
and
in
I was
England
like
and you're Wayne Rooney and win, or you're David Beckham and win the fucking World Cup,
oh my god.
for England.
bitches are just. I mean, obviously.
Well, you're getting bitches either way.
Well, yeah,
but
I'd still rather be Tom
it's
Brady.
still your whole country.
I'd rather win the Super Bowl.
Okay,
I get you.
That's fair. I
Agree to
just wanted
disagree.
I want to know. That was for you, man.
I just don't. The World Cup to me is just. I don't know.
Oh,
Dude,
I love
I
it.
actually looked it up today
Love
while
the
we were
World
watching
Cup.
that
I like
Real
it,
game because I was wondering when the next World Cup is. It's 2022. I was kind of hoping it was like coming
Qatar,
up
right?
soon. Yeah, I think so. And
You
then,
know what is this
and
year
then
though?
2023 is
The Euros.
Summer Olympics.
Yeah, the Euros. But yeah,
and then
No,
2023 is the women's.
Summer Olympics this year. I love watching the Olympics too.
I like.
I do like Olympics.
Dude, when I was a little kid, I used to get. I would follow Michael Phelps, man. When he was in
That shit was
Beijing, and he
awesome.
broke the record
That
when he
was
went 8
awesome.
for 8. Dude, because remember they had that relay though. They had the relay,
Mhm.
and like they were like fell way behind. He like and like Michael Phelps like caught him up like after like the first guy, and like
and
the
then
next guy
Ryan
went,
Lochte
and then they fucking bring it home at the end, dude, and win by literally a touch.
Yeah.
And Michael Phelps is just
Yeah, that
the
shit was
picture
lit.
of
They
him
just
just
screaming.
screaming
Oh,
his
dude,
ass
it's
off, dude.
Fucking legendary. In the Olympics, just to, real quickly, I just feel like I'll catch myself like 3 a.m. and I'll turn on the Olympics. I'll watch like fucking some weird fucking ribbon gymnastics shit and get super into it. Like it's like this is fucking awesome.
Dude, the Winter Olympics, I used to like love the people. They would do that like skiing thing, and they'd have to stop and shoot sometimes.
Oh,
Uh,
like
Not
the trail skiing.
Yeah, yeah,
or
they
so-
would
I know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
used to
so
love
dope.
watching that, man.
That shit's so
honestly.
intense.
So-
The fucking
so
cross-country
weird.
skiing.
Yeah, you cross
And then
country
they
ski
get
and you
on-
just stop and
There's like a standing,
shoot
a
rifles.
drone shot.
And if you miss,
you have to do the
it,
lap
like, adds
again and
to your
come back.
time.
I just
I
like
think
the
if you miss, it
Olympics.
adds to your time.
I like the Olympics because I love the USA. Like I probably love the USA like almost as much as anybody. So like I get like it could be literally I don't care what the fuck it is. It could be throwing like fucking batons up in the air. If the US wins, I'm getting jacked up. I'm
It's
fucking
fucking
pumped, dude.
awesome. Yeah.
There'd be nothing. Okay, I would go back. I would win the World Cup for the US. That'd be so sick to
For
bring
the
the
US
first,
for the
would be
US.
to bring the
dope.
first
Yes.
world. That's what. Okay, that's the thing
Yes.
is it was like I was thinking like I don't really care Germany whatever like whatever all that shit. But if I won it for the United States of America and I stood up on the podium and heard the do they play the national anthem
Yeah.
after you win?
I'm sure they do.
I would do anything to hear our national anthem after I won.
I mean, that would
That'd
be
be-
so legendary, especially for the United States, because like, God, they just
Everyone would
don't
be
have a fucking
so salty.
shot.
I think that's the greatest honor in the
Everyone
world.
would be salty, and I feel like that would create the U.S. to become more of a soccer fan
Yeah.
country.
Definitely
It'll
would.
definitely help, but I mean,
it would help. Yes.
but
the thing,
still,
is,
regardless.
the thing is, we actually have entertaining sports here, so we don't have to do that. We don't have to play soccer here. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it
not
is-
big because we actually have entertaining sports to
I mean,
watch.
that's very true.
I
Like,
mean-
really, most other countries, it's just like
I mean,
fucking
I guess
cricket and
I guess we're
soccer.
that's a hell of an
biased with soccer.
Definitely biased, but
that's an attention span to be able to watch motherfuckers run around for 45 minutes kicking the ball.
Ben and I
Pretty impressive.
Yeah,
watched 2.5 hours of soccer today,
it's different. Like when you
and it went to
understand what's
PK
going
0-0.
on, like,
0-0 win.
just
to
the
PKs.
simple things that they do are like that are like
falling
crazy.
down and flopping.
Just
and-
like the simple things.
Okay,
Like
how
this
about
touch. It's just like you appreciate
No,
it.
I'm,
like, you
I'm,
don't
I'm being a
understand it.
little bit.
No,
I'm
I
just
know.
joking.
I know.
will let you guys-
I know.
I went to because I'll be honest. I did go to the DC United game, and that was a
I was gonna
say, we
fucking
talked
hell of a
about that.
time,
You
dude.
said it was the best sporting event you've
It
ever
was.
been to.
Until I went to the Nationals game to an actual real sport.
That was sick too, though. 'Cause we were there as well. But Brant, we have a video of you after they score a goal, I think a tying goal.
Yep.
And he dumps a whole beer on his face,
Goddamn right.
and he starts screaming.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to put that in the YouTube video.
We
I
saw
think
we
that's
saw
so
you
much
guys
fun.
on the
Oh yeah.
whatever the big screen when we were at the game.
We were on the big screen.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. I think I've ever heard about
we
that.
So here's
saw
a
you,
crazy
'cause we were
story.
across
So-
the stadium.
So we get there, right? And I'm like hitting Sam's Jewel or something, or Brant's hitting Sam's Jewel.
I was.
And we're on the top level. We're like, so like we're one row in front of us people, and then there's the railing,
They
and
scored.
then it goes
I
down
think they
to
scored
the
a goal or something like
it
that.
goes
or
down to the
something, like, crazy.
second level, and someone's hitting someone's Jewel. Sam's just only haven't had a Jewel, and we try to give it back to him, and the pod's gone.
No, what happened was, is I I tried to give Sam. I gave Sam a high five with the jewel in my hand, and the fucking pod went flying out of it somewhere. And I was like,
So we're like, oh, dude. And Sam's like freaking out, bro. Like, he's like, dude, I need my pod. Like,
It's the only one I got.
it's like, we fucking need it. And Brant was too. Well, we all were actually. We were like, we need to find this. So we're like on hands and knees. Sam's got his flashlight out, like looking, bro. And like, I'm like, dude, it's gone. Like,
Ooh,
we just
like
need to
these
cut our losses,
crackheads.
right?
Yeah,
And
it was
Sam
bad.
just goes down to the railing and looks down. And he's like, dude, I see it. And he yells at some dude. He picks up the pod, throws it up back to us. We get it, and we fucking smoke the
the
rest of
crazy
the pod
thing
that
too is
day.
like, I mean, this is like a probably about a 15-foot drop to
Oh,
the
yeah.
next section, and Sam like his I don't-
Hawkeyes, bro.
this fucker was like,
Hawkeyes.
dude, it's down there. Blah blah. Yells down. They throw it up. The funny thing is,
first time.
it died later in the game. So the battery died like right after. So we're so sad. We started talking to the guys next to us. They had a jewel, so they started letting us use their battery and put.
Oh
our
yeah, those
pod
guys
in
were
it.
pretty cool too.
They were cool as fuck,
Yeah,
man.
they're super cool.
That's dope. That's dope.
That's super sweet.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
What was the
Alright.
question? Oh, was that what question did you?
That was still the
That
World
was the
Cup.
World Cup one.
That was
We
the
got
first
off
one.
track.
Jesus.
All right. Which
Sorry.
group is worse? The people who clap during a movie or the people who clap when an airplane lands?
movie?
Movie, 100%.
I think when people clap on an airplane.
No, because
I think airplane for sure.
I mean, at least the pilot will hear the clapping and be like, "All right, good, we did a good job." Nobody's gonna give
all right,
a
good.
fuck
I
about
did
the
my
movie.
fucking job. I landed the plane. What I'm paid
I mean,
to fucking do.
I don't
Am I
clap.
sitting at work and I fucking solve this problem? Like,
Flying planes is
where's
one
my
of the
fucking
least.
applause?
I have to say, flying planes too. They fly themselves. Stop taking. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Well, I mean, they fly themselves, but pilots have to land them.
I will
they
say,
fly themselves.
if you're either of those
I don't-
two
I- yeah,
people,
I don't
you're
clap for
fucking
either.
weirdos.
I hate when people clap when the plane lands. I'm just like,
I haven't been
That's
on
just-
but
enough-
like if something like crazy happens in a movie, like
I've only-
No,
that's
no, no.
fine.
At the end,
yeah.
It says
like-
during a movie.
During a movie?
during a movie.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
No,
if-
it's definitely
if
weird,
you
but I'm just
clap
saying-
during a movie, you
No, it's definitely weird, but I'm just
don't
saying
even
like
go to the movie theater.
I will
matters the
say
type of
it
movie.
is only acceptable, like for people that are huge fans. For example, like Star Wars,
Avengers.
like when the last one came out.
Yeah.
At the end of that is somewhat acceptable to clap at the end of that movie.
I went and saw that movie in theater, and I remember I was so. I like it ended or whatever, and I went to get up, and people were like giving standing ovations. I was like,
Yeah.
"The fuck is wrong with
Yeah.
you?"
And I would say
You
that maybe
clap and
I
did
would
Did you
say,
clap at the end of Star
No,
Wars?
I didn't.
Yes, he did.
That's a lie.
No,
That's
I swear to you.
You look
But-
like Jar Jar Binks.
When's the last time you? Never mind. When's the last time you guys cried during a movie? I don't know. That was gonna get us way off topic.
I don't
again.
know
I'm
if I've
sorry.
ever cried.
I
during a
cried when me and my mom went and saw this movie. It was like 8 and Below or something, and it was like about like these sled dogs, and they had to evacuate, but
anything
they
with
had to
pets.
leave the dogs there,
I know mine was.
and they went back and like the dog, like it was a story about the dogs living, and they finally go back and get them. I was like 10. I was bawling my eyes out.
Mine's Marley and Me.
Marley and Me.
I
yeah.
cried at that
Marley
movie
and Me
too.
is
Marley and
such
Me.
What a
sad
good
movie.
movie.
Honestly, that's one of the best movies. I'm about to start crying. Oh, thinking about it.
It's a good fucking movie.
That's a hell of a movie.
A lot of people cried at like fucking Toy Story 3 or some dumb shit. Like it was like a big deal. Like a lot of people cried at
when
Toy
they
Story
like
3.
they like got given to like the next people or whatever.
Yeah,
and
when they left
yeah.
Andy, a lot of
Mhm.
people cried at that. I thought that was ridiculous. All right, Ben, moving on.
All right. Would you rather throw up anytime someone says McDonald's or wear a fedora for the rest of your life? And if anybody asks you about it, you have to say, I like the way it looks.
Oh, Jason Mraz. To be that guy.
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
I mean, I don't know if I want
I'm
to wear a
yours.
fedora.
That's what it is. Thank you. Remember they had the sick little like freestyle with Lil Wayne on that joint. Remember?
I
I
love
love you
that.
like
I
a
love
fat
that song.
kid
That's a good
love
song.
cake.
I don't
I think
could-
I would have to rock the fedora, dude.
I'm
I think
rocking
I'd
a
puke
fedora.
every time someone says McDonald's.
But it's like,
You live right near McDonald's too.
What?
Anytime someone said, anytime like, hey man, I'm past McDonald's, wants to be there.
Yeah,
like-
people would get the cue, but don't say McDonald's around me. I'm gonna fucking puke in
or
your car.
like, yeah,
I just say Mickey D.
you piss
throw
me
up
off.
and
I'll
they say
just be like,
Mickey
hey
D's.
Ben, McDonald's.
That'd be so sick. Like, oh, the best would be, there's only like, you want that last slice of pizza, you want that last shot in there, whatever. If he says McDonald's, he throws up, he doesn't want it anymore.
Yeah, true.
I want you to choose that one.
I
But
don't
I would
know.
take fedora.
Yeah, I'd probably rock the fedora.
I think I'd have to go McDonald's too.
Don't you have a fedora?
Connor, you do have
It's
fedora.
not a fedora.
No, it's that.
It's a pretty
I
fedora.
will wear that hat.
It's the beach
next
hat.
episode.
It's the beach hat.
You should. How much you pay for that hat?
It was like $60.
I think it goes down every time I ask you.
Yeah, I think it does too. All right.
Ask me again.
Poll the internet.
40,
Do you think
45.
the president jerks off in the Oval Office?
Fuck.
Donald
yeah.
Trump definitely does.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely does.
Dude,
I
Bill
mean, he
Clinton
always
got a
has eyes
BJ
on
in
him,
it. Bill
Yeah.
Clinton fucking got his rocks off.
Sure.
I
I mean,
would-
I would try if I was the president. Why not?
Dude.
I definitely would. I would fuck in the Oval Office. Like, you have to.
100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's like a rule, I
You
feel
have to
like.
break it in.
You got to christen it.
Yeah.
All right.
But yes,
Would you rather
don't
never have to wipe your ass or never have to shave?
wipe my ass because I don't grow facial hair, and
I would love to never have to shave. I wish if
I
I could
would-
keep perfect facial. If I
mi-
could keep
mine
my
would be-
facial hair perfect how I want it every single time, I would do anything for that.
I would never wipe
like,
my ass.
So I'm like doing no wipers every time.
You don't
or-
even wipe.
Yeah, like,
It's just
you
you
don't have
know
to.
it's squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, all day that's me, bro. That would be so.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that
just-
would be
You just get-
amazing.
You just get done unleashing a beast, and it's just
All right,
you just
stand
stand
up.
but like when
you don't even have to wash your hands because
Yeah.
you didn't touch anything.
You're literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would be
yeah.
fucking awesome.
I still would. But like, so your facial hair would stay perfect, exactly how you wanted it, the rest of your
And
life.
yeah, you don't have to shave.
yeah, I hate shaving.
I hate shaving
I
too.
absolutely hate
It hurts.
I mean, I
shaving.
don't
Just not a problem.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
but
Like it
I-
hurts.
for me, you know.
Is anyone like it fucking hurt? Like when you go over your chin and shit, trying to get your chinny chin hairs.
Right here is the
Fucking
worst
hurts,
for me,
man.
but I don't have a lot.
I
Like
don't
for
like
you
it.
guys, it probably does hurt. Like
Yeah.
for me, it's like not that
Yeah,
bad.
does it
Like,
ever-
I will say this is the worst spot.
I
Does
use
it ever
an
hurt when
electric
you, like-
razor. I don't
Oh,
I don't
okay, yeah.
shave though.
Yeah.
So like
I feel that. Well, you always have facial hair. Like I can't remember the last time you didn't have any facial hair at all. It's been a
Yeah,
minute.
I don't want to say. It,
I
but-
shave
When
maybe
he had a
once a
job.
year.
When you had a job.
Yeah.
Wow, that was rough.
Hey, dude, I got fired from my job. Don't worry.
No, but
I can't say shit, bro. What do you mean?
Man, that would just be that might be like top 5 wishes I could ever have is to never wipe again.
Seahawks just scored, by the way. All right.
Speaking of wiping
Would you
asses.
rather watch your dad fuck a 100-year-old man, or watch your mother kill someone?
Would I rather watch Big B fucking 100-year-old man or my mom slaughter somebody?
Yes.
Who
Good
she
old
slaughtered?
Jeanette.
do I get to choose? Do I get to choose who she kills?
No.
What?
Actually,
No. It's just
You got on your
some
mind?
innocent.
Uh,
yeah, I know.
How's she doing the killing?
She is
Fucking butchering
stabbing the
that.
shit out of
Yeah.
her.
Oh,
Yeah.
probably watch my dad fuck someone.
An
Fucking
old dude?
dude, yeah.
BJ?
Beat Bill Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wish
God.
you. I wish you were Bill.
I'd rather see my. Yeah.
I want to start calling Zach Bill.
Don't think so.
The only reason why is because his grandfather calls him Bill sometimes when we're at the lake.
Yeah.
So you would be- you'd be
Hey Bill, can you help me out here?
You would have been. So you
Oh
would have
shit,
Meet me
Zach.
down at the boat
He would have
ramp.
been BJJ.
William Staney the third.
Yeah, I would hate every second of that.
William.
I don't know.
Willie.
Yeah, I think
Will
I
I
would.
am.
I don't
Calling
think I
you
could
Willie.
see my mom kill someone. That would be horrible.
I'd
So
rather.
you'd watch Jack just rock that thing from the back.
I
Well,
mean,
okay,
yeah,
so
it's
worst
weird.
part's a
The
100-year-old
worst
man
part,
though.
it's
So
a
like,
dude.
so what if?
So it's a
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it was like a woman, that'd be either like fuck, I'll just.
Well, yeah.
I'd rather just see that.
But if it's a 100-year-old dude, right? Your dad's rocking it, but what if he kills the dude as well? So it's like you watch your dad fuck a guy. and
You're
kill someone.
guaranteed
So
he's
it's
a
like,
healthy
fuck.
guy.
His
He's a healthy
ticker
guy.
gives
He's not
out.
gonna die.
his ticker
out.
gives out, man. His fucking heart just goes kapooey.
I mean, he
I'm
went
I'm
out-
watching.
He
I'd rather
went
see my
out.
mom kill somebody.
yeah.
Really? I
Yeah.
think I'd rather my dad fuck a old
Yeah.
man.
Honestly-
I'll watch my mom kill someone.
You don't want.
stabbing him. Fucking. I said you're stabbing him to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'd watch it.
I'd watch my mom.
Connor
kill
would cheer it
somebody.
on.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Go, Mom.
I
I
like
probably
that
would.
idea too
Well,
much.
depends who it
Jesus.
is. You know.
Right. It would definitely depend.
Okay. Anyways, would you rather your girlfriend? So I guess this applies to you lads.
I don't have a girlfriend.
Ooh. All right. Sorry. Let me rephrase the question.
'Kay.
Would you rather your girlfriend / fiance
Oh, okay, that applies to me then.
be able to read your thoughts during sex, or all the time except during sex?
Sex.
During sex.
Yeah.
100%.
Is that a truthful answer?
That is
No,
100%
100%, yeah.
truthful.
For me, if I had a girlfriend,
She'd just be like, "Why is he thinking about ice cream?"
because
Why is he talking about
I'm
dead,
trying to last
Yeah.
longer, Hunter. Jeez.
Why is he thinking about dead animals?
That's your go-to.
No, it's not my good.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you,
the
buddy.
shit,
No,
the shit
seriously.
Connie says, man,
Bro,
I
you
love
ever-
it.
It's
Honestly,
always
there's-
baseball. You gotta think about baseball.
That's my go-to, bro. I think about double plays.
What?
It's like trying to make the double play, you know?
I think it's.
I don't think
dude,
I'd really think about anything. I just like
I think it's always funny whenever you're like about to nut and you're like, "Damn, it's gonna be pretty quick." You always like, "Oh, time for a new position." Like, you like, need to fucking recharge this bad boy before we go at it again.
Sometimes, yeah, you just
Pause.
got to pull around and be like, don't move.
you gotta say.
Give me a second.
sec.
Okay.
Hold on,
I'm
what's
ready.
that? What's going on? What's going on? Nothing. Let's switch positions.
Cramp.
I would love. That'd be so funny if Hunter could read my mind during sex. That'd be hilarious.
I would, okay, so yeah, if I had a girlfriend, I would definitely rather her read my mind during sex than all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
But why?
Jesus Christ.
You hiding something?
Why?
I'm
Because
not hiding, but like
I have
I
eyes.
want-
like I'm just like looking
trying
at
to
an
put
ass.
you
I'm
guys
like,
on
wow,
spot
that's a
right
nice ass. And then she'd just look at me and be like, wow, Zach, really? It's a nice ass. Fuck yeah, it's a nice ass. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
like my
That's
mind
fair.
wanders, bro, and I'm a starer. I like to stare.
Everybody's mind
You guys,
wanders.
okay, you guys hear the stupid shit I say out loud. Imagine the stupid shit I think about and don't say out
Right,
loud.
and then
I
sex
mean,
is like, compared to the any time other than sex, it's like she can read your mind all the time. Like it's just a lot more. Like she can only read it
Imagine
while
like-
you're having sex.
Yeah.
do these pants make me look fat? And you're like, why are you even asking?
No,
You
honey.
could already fucking know.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
No, honey.
She'll ask you
Why are you
questions she
thinking
already
that?
Or it's like that meme where it's like the guy's laying on the like on the bed and he's facing the other way and she's like sitting up like
It's like
he's probably
thinking about.
he's probably thinking about cheating on me and the guy's like thinking about
She's
like
like-
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
you know,
It's like,
something
damn, why didn't I kill that guy?
Yeah, absolutely. Thoughts during sex.
All right, that's all the
That's all the questions.
cards I got.
Awesome. All right, well,
Good shit.
moving into the last segment then, facts of the
Hold on to
week.
these.
Oh no.
Does everyone have a fact?
Yeah, can I go first?
Yeah.
Nothing exciting. I just
Yeah,
wanna-
mine's not super exciting. It's just interesting.
All right, so mine has to do with koalas, because
The bushfires.
good old not good old bushfire, sorry.
The
Good
battle.
old Australia.
Yes, mate.
Shout out our mates over there.
Yes.
My one mate I know over there. So the fingerprints of a koala are so indistinguishable from humans that they have that they have on occasion been confused at a crime scene.
Yes, I think I've actually known that.
Say
They have
that again.
very similar
Fingerprints
fingerprints
of koalas
humans.
and humans.
Yes.
They're very similar.
Yes.
So at crime scenes, they have been mistaken for each other.
Yes.
So like they see a fingerprint and they think it's a
So,
human fingerprint,
yes.
but it's really a koala.
How about this then? How about,
Yes.
if you were an Australian and you committing a burglary, won't you just bring a koala
Just carry that dude around and let him
have
pick up
just
all that shit
touch
for
a
you.
bunch of shit, huh?
Yeah, like you just train him to pick up that shit. Yo, pick up that computer. Shoot.
I'm just saying.
Put it in my bag.
That's next level thinking.
I'd have Kodak the koala.
Kodak the koala?
Kodak the koala.
That's what you would name your koala?
Yep.
Kodak?
the
Kodak.
koala.
That's a good name for a koala bear.
I want to get a sweet.
Don't koala bears have
Gonorrhea or chlamydia or something like that.
yeah
They're like
Really?
no,
prone
yeah.
to having some
It's like
sort
some
of
yeah,
STD?
they're like it's fucking crazy.
That is interesting.
That little koala gave me gonorrhea. Like, well, how the fuck did you get that?
Chlamydia.
Don't have. It's chlamydia. Syphilis?
Syphilis.
Thank you, Turner. The old syphy. Connor, have you ever had syphilis before?
No.
It's not that bad.
Dude, never mind. Let's move on.
All right.
I didn't have it. That's not what I was gonna say, but I was gonna.
You've had syphilis.
No, I haven't had syphilis. But
You've
I
had-
remember there's just a tweets back. Somebody tweeted they were like, if you haven't had gonorrhea by
Grow
now,
the
then
fuck
grow
up.
up. Yeah, then grow the fuck up.
Well, I
That
don't
was
ever want to grow up then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Anyways.
very disturbing.
All right. Next fact.
I got a fact. It's okay. What do Miss Piggy and Yoda have in common?
Miss Piggy and Yoda.
Mm-hmm. Like Miss Piggy.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
both fictional characters.
Miss
That-
Piggy is very real.
That is correct, Ben. Actually,
Okay.
move it on.
Okay.
All right. Brant.
That's it. They were both voiced by the same person,
Really?
the
Wow.
puppeteer Frank Oz.
Hmm.
Yes, Piggy and Yoda, two very famous but yet different characters.
It's really
Very
funny. I've
different.
never even heard Yoda's voice ever.
Really?
I've never seen Star Wars.
He talks backwards.
You've never seen Star
I've never seen Star Wars.
Connor, give me a Yoda phrase here.
Wars.
The Force.
Star Wars. I am.
No, it's like
That's close.
the
with the Force you are.
Yeah.
Like you are with the Force, but he says
So he's
with
so
the
smart,
Force
but he
you
can't
are.
even.
Yeah, he
talk
says
properly?
it backwards, kind of.
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's called, but there's something.
I will
Yeah.
say right here, I'm putting it on. Star Wars is the most overrated movie series in the history of movies. Boom, done,
you and-
stamped, fact. No, you're wrong. I'm right.
No.
Let's move
no.
on.
What about Star Trek?
all I'm gonna say is
I've never seen Star
is
Trek
you
either.
you
I think Star Trek
encourage
sucks.
would be best friends.
Star Wars sucks, dude. Have you ever watched the old ones? Like people get all into it and like, dude, it's like you can see dudes under that thing. You can see the men's feet.
But
It
it's
is,
like in
terrible graphics.
1970.
I know, but I don't understand how people got all fucking into it. It's terrible.
I mean, I am not a Star Wars fan
Phantom
by any
Menace
means,
sucked too.
but it was
That's the only
like
one I've
it was
kinda
like
seen.
next level when it came out.
yeah,
that's why
the
it was
thing.
so big.
That's the thing. Yeah, it is cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but you can't actually say like it's a great film.
Yeah, no, not the old ones, but back in the day when they saw it, it was like holy shit, like lightsabers, like it was like next level.
I think it's a pretty whack storyline too.
It's okay. It's okay. I agree. It's not like the
I'm
greatest.
just-
I think
I'm
it
just
is.
not gonna say
It's a
anything.
little
It's
overrated.
Connor's favorite movie series of all time.
He fucking jerks off
I
to
think
it.
it's better than you can honestly say it's better
I've
than
seen his
the
porn
Harry
history,
Potter
I can
series.
confirm.
I haven't watched Harry
It's
Potter.
better than Lord of the
Like,
Rings.
I haven't watched all the
The
Harry
Hobbit.
Potters. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings. I haven't
Watch
watched
the Harry Potters.
I haven't watched all of them though. I've
That's
watched.
funny.
I've watched part
Dude,
Now
of
we
it.
have
that's a
some
fucking
crazy-
good series.
Yo, it is.
So-
I've watched them.
Speaking
but
of
I
Harry
can't say
Potter-
I've watched all of them.
Benji, when he was a little kid, his mom's like super religious. Benji wasn't allowed to watch any of the Harry Potter movies as a kid, so he didn't really like see any of them because his mom, they were like witchcraft, so he wasn't allowed to watch them.
Oh my god, that sucks.
When he
Sorry,
told me
Benji.
that, I thought it was so funny.
That is
though.
hilarious.
I was like, what?
Oh my god. My son won't be a wizard.
Yeah, he's not gonna walk with that witchcraft.
All right, Cody, you got a fact for me? You
Yeah, I'll give you 2 at least.
Darth Vader. Darth Invader.
So speaking of McDonald's earlier, McDonald's buys about 2 billion eggs every year for just their U.S. restaurants alone.
2 billion.
2 billion eggs.
I'm surprised it's not more.
But
Did it increase because of all day breakfast?
I don't have.
Yeah, we
any-
need the backup facts.
Is this fake news again, Connie?
No.
Oh.
Then the other one, there's 1 billion hours of video watched on YouTube every day.
Yeah, I believe that. I contribute a lot. 1 billion hours. Well, what we got? Like, how many hours we got, Connie?
We have like just in the past 28 days, it's like 43. Here, actually,
That's pretty solid.
43 hours watched of our videos.
yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
Just in the past 28 days. Hold on, let me.
Time.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know where.
Brand trade me, huh?
Gladly.
Thanks, baby girl. Baby girl,
Give me tell my
what's
fact.
your
Give me tell-
name?
Huh?
Let
Give me
me
tell my
talk
fact and
to
then-
you. Let me buy you a drink. I'm Z Stain.
We should have walked over to
You
that girl at the
know
bar and
me.
started singing that.
What's the
Convict
chances
music,
you
you
rolling
rolling
with
with
me?
us.
I'ma buy you. Yeah. So real quick, we were at Benchwarmers. Check this out. We were at Benchwarmers.
There goes the demonetizer.
And there was a fucking.
Close at 3.
There was like a.
What's the chances of you rolling with me?
We just
I'ma
sang that.
buy you
No, because you guys skipped a part though.
Did we?
It's like convict.
Well,
music,
Connor's
let
gonna
me-
freak out.
Oh yeah.
But
You didn't get the fucking lyrics right.
We were sitting at Benchwarmers, and there's just like this older lady sitting by herself, and she was like, I don't know, Turner, how would you describe it? She was like kind of looking at us, kind of not.
dude, I
like,
was staring at her.
Ben-
Like I was looking
first
at
of
you.
all-
I was staring at
like, you
her.
think
First of all,
like-
Ben was hammered, and he was just like, it was the bartender. There's like this bartender there, not Al, it was a girl, and he was just like fucking crazy, B.O.B., like I'm like staring at her. I was like, Ben, we need to chill out. So then we were looking at this girl, and she was like by herself, but she was like, I don't know, there was some vibe, bro. There
She's
was,
probably looking for some dudes running train on her.
so there was some vibe, right?
There you go.
And she gets up and goes to the bathroom and walks past us and says, what does she say? Like, I'm leaving.
She said something to you?
Did she say something?
She was like, I'm leaving. You guys aren't talking to me, or something like that.
I thought you walked over to her.
I walked to her afterwards.
I thought she said that to you when you walked over there.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
She walked to the
I don't-
bathroom and
I
said
don't
something.
remember.
So I went over there and talked to her.
Wait, you went over and talked to her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she already had her bill paid,
Yeah,
and she was
Zach
like
trying
walking
to
out.
see what's up.
And I was like, you know, like,
1
do
to
you come
10
here
can
often?
you
She's
put
like,
on
yeah,
a-
I come here all the time. I've never seen you here.
How old do you
It
think
was
she
like-
was? First of all,
She was
35.
probably- yeah.
scale 1 to 10.
7.
That's pretty strong.
6.
Maybe a 6.
6.
6.
I
But
was
like,
inebriated.
She was
yeah.
probably
I
a
was-
5, but being 35, that gives her an extra point.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what
If
I'm
she's
Right.
a
saying.
So it's
mom,
like
that
it's
gives
like the
another
golf
point.
your
Exactly.
golf
Exactly.
handicap. So it's like, you know, she's like 35. It's like she's
Yeah.
like a 5. She's a 6. I was also
And plus
inebriated.
kids, she probably had kids, so that's a 7.
Hope yeah. So I didn't get that far in
Hopefully.
the conversation, but yeah, I was a little
Hopefully.
inebriated.
Hopefully she had some kids.
But yeah, yeah. So I think her name was Angie or something.
Yeah, I think it was.
So we got to keep the lookout for her when we go back in.
That's funny as fuck, dude.
It was all right. Who's got the fact? Who hasn't said a fact yet?
I haven't said a fact
We
yet.
have 39.6 hours watch time in the last 28 days. That's up 25% from last month.
And 35 minutes, that is other people. The rest is us. And Ty.
Shout out Ty.
That's okay.
All right, Brant. What's your fact?
All right, I got two penal facts. The first one is the average man has 11 reactions, 11 erections per day, and 9 erections per night.
Per night. So in the middle of your sleep.
Yep, while you're
just-
sleeping, your dick gets hard
hard
probably about
soft,
an
hard
average of
soft.
9 times.
Wow.
So you're
That's
telling
kinda
me I get a
crazy.
boner 11 times a day on average?
That's what it says.
I'm like rethinking my whole day.
I don't really. I mean,
Today.
I'm gonna count tomorrow.
I mean, sometimes RBS kicks in, bro. RBS will get you sometimes.
oh yeah,
so.
definitely.
Random boner syndrome. You gotta look at
I
the
was
corner
like,
and
BS.
you just gotta. The best thing you gotta do, you look in the corner and just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. 10,
No,
9,
just
6,
like
7, 8, 9,
you need to
1.
like flex your arm or flex your leg.
Really
Yeah.
put
it's
blood
like getting the
somewhere
blood
else.
somewhere
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
Wow.
flex
Yeah,
your-
so I
well,
think it's-
counting's really hard for me, so all the blood goes to my brain.
I think it's almost impossible to get a boner while you're working out.
Really,
Yeah, just like flex your arm.
every
really
time I
hard.
run, I'm just full
full
torque.
rage.
Full torque, dude.
You're a special guy.
Thank you.
Just all
That takes
blood.
skill.
All blood is waist down.
11 erections a day. Wow. I just feel like that's not true.
So you have 20 average per day because it's 11
Yeah,
during the
that's
day,
what it
9
says.
at night.
I don't
That
really
is
believe that.
crazy.
I don't believe that. I don't.
I mean that. Jeez,
That's weird. That has to be a false fact.
I wonder what they
I mean, it's on average. Like
consider
everyone
like a
is, you know.
boner. Like if,
Oh, that's
if you
true.
just
Like
kind of
half
get like half chub.
Yeah, is it half chub
it's
or like full raging? Because there's no way I do 11 full ragers.
no.
I will say when
Nah.
when I was in middle school, that bitch would pop up at random points. Like,
Yeah.
what you
That was
doing
the
there?
worst.
Yeah.
That was
You'd be
the
learning
worst.
fucking
You
pre-algebra. and
see a
it's just
brawl
like,
line in pre-algebra, and you're like,
Gotta get the whole waistband trick out.
You got to flip the switch.
The
Waistband trick. Yeah.
I know that.
You remember Miss Mueller from middle school? Miss Moeller.
Miss Moeller.
Miss Moeller with
yeah.
the. Bro, she had such. I'm sorry, I don't know why this made me think about it. She had such greasy hair. You could literally like throw stuff and it would stick to it. I don't know why, it just made me think of.
Did that give you a
Oh
boner?
my
No.
Yeah, that's what it
No. I was gonna say something about teachers, and then I was just like, hold up, I gotta ask Connor if he remembers Miss Moeller. Either way, another fact. A teaspoon of semen contains 5 calories, and a sperm takes 1 hour to swim 7 inches.
1 hour to swim 7 inches.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
So there you go.
5 calories a
5
teaspoon?
calories. Yep. Our jizz is low calorie.
Well, just a teaspoon. You think you're nutting more than a teaspoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buckets.
So
Probably about 276 calories.
isn't it something? Is semen like kind of good for you?
Yeah, it has some protein in it.
Like vitamin C or something?
I think it's like
I
a.
don't know. I don't know for
I don't
sure.
even
Connor would
say
know.
it.
Connor,
I
is
don't
semen
wanna
good for
say
you?
it. I have no idea.
What's it taste like?
Couldn't tell you that.
All right, Connie. Whatever.
Hmm.
I love a good penile fact, Brant.
You ever asked a girl what it tastes like after you done?
Of course.
Connor, you can't answer it. You guys.
Of course.
Connor can't answer that question, but you guys can answer that question.
Yeah, I definitely.
I
Have
mean,
I've
yeah.
been told my jizz does not taste very good.
Really?
I
You
mean,
got the
it's been
acidic-
told before.
You got the battery
Yeah.
power.
I mean, I've had mixed reviews on my
You got some
Jizz
good,
flavor?
Some good, some bad.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I can't say I have like any particulars.
But does Hunter say that your jizz tastes good?
She said it just tastes a little salty.
That's
Being honest.
She's a fighter though. She don't spit.
Yeah.
Respect.
Spitters or quitters.
Just kidding.
yeah, true that.
Either way, I'm just joking about the whole situation ever since I said her name.
Uh-huh.
Whatever. She doesn't even listen. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah,
she doesn't even
she
listen
asked
to
for a
this
shout
shit.
out, and I'm like, Hunter, do you watch? And she's like,
There you go, Hunter.
I
There's
don't.
Shout
your
out,
sh-
Hunter.
I
There's
don't-
your
yeah,
shout
so
out.
there's a shout out.
Congrats.
She asked for the shout out, and I was like, do you even watch? She's like, no. I'm like,
She
only
got
people
it.
that watch get the shout
Well,
outs.
she got the shout out.
She did get a shout out.
But she won't know.
All right. Well,
Never mind.
Yeah, right after this, right after we talk about
She's gonna watch her first episode tomorrow.
Brandon's sperm,
Jesus Christ.
we gave you a shout out.
how long is this?
You guys can
How
just
long have
ask
we been
her.
recording?
Hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
not too bad.
what?
Oh, really?
Sorry. 102 minutes, not an hour and 2 minutes.
That makes a lot more sense.
So,
An hour and 40 minutes?
yeah, an
Yeah, I
hour
knew
and
this
40
was-
minutes.
I knew this
Jesus.
was-
9:36.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Well, I think that is about time to wrap it up then,
Yeah.
because that's a long ass episode.
That was a very long episode.
But
Connor, do your thing.
Twitter, Goose Podcast. Instagram, Goose Gang Podcast. YouTube, Goose Gang or Goose Gang Podcast. And SoundCloud, Goose Gang or Goose Gang Podcast.
Still can't do it.
and hashtag.
Ben, I gotta say that first arm is pretty nice. You guys, yeah. See, that's actually pretty. That's good, man. I think I just got
Hashtag
better.
join the flock.
Or suck our cock.
Yes, thank you. GG's in the chat.
GG's in the chat.
GG's in the fucking chat.
GG's.
Bye. See ya.